What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pop Takes. I'm Johnny Gomez. With me, as usual, is Christian Campos,
Hello.
Nick
Yo.
Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
and our special guest, Mr. Nick
Drum
Karp.
roll.
Hey,
no
hey,
drum roll.
hey. Hello.
Nick is here. We got a fun one today for you guys. We are going to talk about our top 5 favorite video games of all time. It's going to be a good one. We are half prepared, except for Nick Fitzgerald is always prepared. This one's going to be tough
He has
because
a
we have
physical note, too.
we have 2 Nicks here.
Yeah,
He does it right every time. He
He
actually
he
has,
really
like,
does.
He,
He
does
always
his
has
homework.
notes.
I spent maybe the 5 minutes thinking about it, and then that's about it.
I did this at work today.
I took a day,
much.
like, I came back to it, you know.
It's all an illusion. You knocked on the door and I wrote this and answered the door.
That I believe. Anyway, we're gonna get this going. Let's start this off with Nick Karp, our special guest.
Yeah.
He could. Nick, what's your number 5? The worst
Well,
of the list.
They're kind of like, well, not really in like a specific
All right,
order.
Nick's giving it to us
No.
in no order.
So, all right, I'll just start with one out of left field. You'll know all the games on the list. I'm going to start with Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Nice.
So-
The best of the entire franchise.
That was a great
It's
Christmas.
definitely
one.
debatable, but sentimentally, to
That was
me,
a wonderful
it
Christmas
was
for
an
me.
amazing game. For
Why
me.
was that one the best? Because I don't remember like that one.
It had the
very
most
much.
you can do, and that's all you really need from
No
me.
loading screens.
No loading screens. You ride BMX.
And personally, I just got extremely good at it.
What was it?
No,
It was on-
yeah. So it was on everything. Nick was unreasonably good at it.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I straight up practiced combos in like one of the hubs.
yeah,
like-
no, like I was watching Nick play online, and it was like frustrating how good he was
Yeah.
back in like middle school. But I liked that one. Yeah, you could do anything. The customization was crazy.
Yeah,
you could
that's
even
what I
you could
remember.
even make your own like special moves and stuff.
The
That was really
soundtrack was
fun.
good too.
That
Dude,
one's on
dude.
A lot
PS.
of covers.
Dude,
It's on
Yeah.
PS2,
Dude!
yeah.
My Chemical
My
Romance.
Chemical Romance covering the Misfits.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, that was
sold.
on that game?
Mm-hmm.
Astro Zombies, right?
Astro
Yeah.
Zombies. Oh my
Okay, see,
god.
there we go.
Okay, I didn't know that was on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
That.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
my
wild.
god, dude. Best soundtrack of all time, skating game wise. It's funny. I love Skate over Tony Hawk, but every Skate game has the worst soundtrack.
Did you ever play
ever.
Project 8?
Yeah,
I
that was like
Project
that's
eight.
like the game
I
that
like-
inspired
yeah.
Skate.
Yeah,
It
I
had,
was
like,
gonna
the,
say. I
like,
was just
the
gonna
board
say that was the
fighting games.
bridge. That
yeah,
whole like slow
super
down
good.
thing.
Super good.
I might have to
that's
get
just
that.
A little warm up.
Yeah, dude, that's a good one. That's
I might have to
one
get that. I have a massive PS2 collection, and like I don't have that.
It's
That's why
on.
I was like,
It's
wait
on
a
everything.
minute.
It's on GameCube, PS2, Xbox.
Nintendo DS.
Yeah, but it's not back.
It was on the DS.
It was on the.
No,
It was like
It was
yeah,
it was a really
one of-
bad version of it, but it was
Yeah,
on the
it was
DS.
one of the
Terrible.
first like DS titles from what I remember.
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I
it's
remember
true.
liking it.
It was there.
I don't know.
All right, I got one. So we're just gonna go round robin.
Yeah, that makes.
All right, my number 5, little left fields from you guys. Madden NFL 2005.
You're lying.
Wait,
5 over
okay.
4.
No, you're
I'm
this is
kidding,
a
I'm
troll.
kidding.
Yeah. I was just
Okay.
gonna say
I'm kidding,
Fortnite 5
I'm
times in a
kidding.
row.
I was gonna say 5 over 4 though.
I'm kidding.
Get
I'm
out of my
kidding. I'm kidding. All
house.
right.
Is that the one with Eric
Michael Vick.
McNabb on it? Or
You need-
Michael Vick?
that's
Oh,
the one
come
you want.
on, Hey.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
yeah.
That's the best
A
one.
game we were just talking about, Marvel's Capcom 3.
3.
Oh yeah.
3.
We were on
That's you know what? That was disappointing for a lot of people too when they came out.
It was.
People were like, "What is this?"
But it was the first
because-
fighting game that
so-
like ignited my love for fighting games.
So 2 is like roster. you
Yeah,
know?
two is
Fine.
legendary. No, I'm not denying that.
But so 3.
But 3 did something for me that 2 didn't, and it was just like it got me and all my friends into fighting games.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just like I was going to tournaments for that game. I played it all day. It's just it was the first fighting game that did that for me.
It killed
So-
the franchise too. It was the
I-
last
I
good
know
game in the franchise.
It's I know it's a love hate thing, but I love that game. It's super good.
What what about like versus Ultimate? Which one did you have more of? Did you buy
Ultimate.
it on release or you bought
Oh yeah, I bought it
Ultimate?
on release,
And then you bought Ultimate after?
and I bought Ultimate day
Okay.
one.
Cuz
Yeah.
that vanilla was rough, I'm not
It
going to
was
lie.
not. It did its job, but yeah, no, they fixed everything in Ultimate though.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean it was a letdown compared to 2, but
Yeah.
it was also for me a better experience.
3 was sick.
Maybe if
Definitely.
I was like 4 years younger, 2 would be over
Yeah.
3, but
Yeah.
that's not.
No, 3 is legendary
Yeah.
for sure. All right, my 5. Mega Man X.
Dude, I
Oh.
just bought Mega Man X Collection on the
Yeah.
Switch, and I just played Mega Man X1, and god damn, that game is good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You got to
Have you-
think that game came out in like such a primitive time, and that
Oh, yeah.
broke the mold. It looked amazing. It played amazing.
It was so
There
good.
was so much to do. It was so creative. And here's the funny thing: they give you something that always is like a problem now. they didn't hold your hand at all. You had to figure out
No,
everything.
that game's
just
that game's
threw it
hard
in
as
there.
fuck.
Yeah.
That game's hard as
Is
fuck.
that the one with Zero? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
First time.
You don't get to
Seven.
play as Zero. Yeah, so there was the Mega Man 8 games they did like 1 through 8, and then they came out with X, which is supposed to
Yeah.
be set like 100 years after those events,
Okay. yeah.
and it's just a little grittier. It's fucking amazing.
It's great. There's a lot more
Futuristic.
movement options. He has like
Yeah,
a
there's the
full
dash.
He has wall clinging.
Mm-hmm.
He has like and you get armor pieces that do a ton of different stuff.
Yeah, so like you'll you go through the levels and you'll find hidden capsules that give you armor upgrades. Completely changes the game, and then when you get all the armor upgrades, you can find the Hadoken.
What?
You never knew this.
Oh, it is Capcom. Makes sense.
Oh, okay. No. It wasn't fucking called that though.
It was when
Hadouken?
he when
News
you
to me,
do
too.
it, you do down
I
forward
barely played
down
the game.
forward shoot, and he says Hadoken as he does it.
This is in every edition.
Mega Man X, yes, every single one.
I'm tripping. I'm gonna have to see
You've
it
never
again.
done that.
Well, I've
I
never
don't know if
finished
I've
it.
never done. I've finished it, but I didn't know
I've
about
started
that
it
shit.
like several times. Like I'm gonna do this, and I've never finished it.
I'm
I just
tripping.
finished it for the first time because I have it on the Switch now.
You know, it's worth mentioning on that. Did you play?
hard.
Did you play Mega Man Street Fighter? Did you play that little thing
What?
they made?
Oh no, my
It's a
little brother
free-
did.
It's like
though.
a mod.
Capcom made it for free,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how you have the little bosses in the square?
Yeah.
They're all Street Fighter characters, and when
Yeah.
you beat them,
So
you
you go
get
through-
a pile, like a Guile power or like a Ryu power.
Oh, that's
or like,
fun.
so
That's
sick.
yeah, it's
Wait.
it's
So
really
sick.
good. It's
Yeah.
free. You can find it somewhere now.
But yeah, I'm going through
PC.
Mega Man X2 right now. It's the hardest game I've ever played.
I was
It's
I was
horrible.
I was considering buying that. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is I have Mega Man X on like 10 different
Megamon.
formats.
Right.
I have like 10 different formats.
I
don't
just decided to
PS2.
play X4 again. That was like my favorite one.
Not Battle Network.
Out of the Mega Man
Oh.
X series, Battle Network almost made it onto my list.
Is it me?
Was
Really?
it was that Battle Network after X series?
Oh yeah, way after. 'cause
Okay,
that
I
was on
thought
Game
it
Boy
was still-
Advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on
Same
Game Boy
ballpark.
Advance. Yeah.
All right. What's the 5?
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
This is
Well,
the
give
this
us the
is
juicy
the
one.
list I
That's
want
not
right now.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, I already know that you already made a joke about this, so maybe this is like coming in, and I should have taken that as a sign that I shouldn't have put any of this particular genre of games on here. But
Final Fantasy or Pokemon.
I mean, it's your personal list.
MLB the Show. We'll just do 18, the newest one.
Really?
MLB
Okay.
The Show.
Really?
You're
Yeah.
gross.
Sports
No, I'm
games.
not.
Sports games.
Because-
No, I'll tell you why he's gross. I'll tell you why he's gross
Why?
because I already
Because
know.
he didn't pick Ken Griffey Jr.
Because I've come over.
Oh shit.
Well, that's all nostalgia glasses.
So
And that game is like MLB the Show is beautiful in
So
terms
I've
of like
come-
baseball sim.
I've come over to his house before, and like he has that on, and I jump on the game like, oh, okay, cool. Like Johnny has MLB. Let me just like play this while he's getting ready or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man will literally play the season mode into like the year 2039.
I'm like 20.
Will
I'm
you
over
play, like,
2050 now.
All like 60 plus games. Is that how it is?
Well, I mean, sometimes I'll play big series, like if I'm like out of the, if I'm like 5 games back first or something, and it's like, oh, they're coming to town, I gotta, you know what I mean? But like,
Bruh.
in that,
Oh my
MLB the Show lets you edit, so it creates.
Dynasty mode.
Exactly. It creates a new draft class every year of fake computer
yeah, he gets to the point where
characters.
there's
And I know
no
which
more.
ones-
There's no more regular players.
I know
anymore.
which ones are good because they start making like hilarious names, like they start mixing like just really awkward, strange names and stuff, and you can edit all of their stats.
like
so
fucking Seymour Butts.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
Jesus.
I am in this realm.
I'm so
I'm
upset
God,
that this is
and
on
I
our
can
list.
change
You're really
everything.
the man.
I'm
I
gonna-
know,
I'm
right?
gonna-
let's
like
clarify.
sentimentally, like that is like.
I'm editing.
I mean, I can't hate.
I'm
Yeah.
editing
I'm
this whole
shocked.
segment out. This whole segment,
No
MLB
way,
the Show
come
is getting edited out.
Dude, it's amazing.
You can't put that next to American Wasteland, Mega Man X, and whatever I just said.
And then
MLB the
let's
Show's
go play some
great.
ball.
Yes, let's go and handle it out on the base
Alright.
paths.
5.
No,
so I'll
that-
say
I like that because it's different. You know?
I'll say if any of them you're gonna play through like a long season, baseball's got to be the craziest, dog. I don't know how you're doing
They're
that.
the most games.
I could play through Madden like 15 seasons,
Dude,
no problem.
it's
Baseball.
16.
Oh my.
It sims like really fluidly, and not only that, it's simming all of the minor leagues because it goes down to Class A. It goes down to like it has 3 minor leagues that it's simming at the same time, and it still sims everything. And it develops those players that are in your farm system and everything. Like I micromanage everything. Like that's just how my brain works.
You're
I
a
just like
fucking
it.
psychopath.
I know.
He's the what is it? The guy in the what is it?
What else is new?
You want to know the
something
last
killer.
baseball game I played? Was that Super Happy Baseball for the free game? the free game for Xbox like last month. That,
All right.
that shit was lit. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
no. So that game, so it was a free game for Xbox, and it was just the worst and best like baseball sim ever.
I whooped his shit. Him and my other friend.
Oh yeah, it was
It
not
was
good.
Fun as hell.
It was not good.
But no, I mean, I guess if that like it's really deep like that. Like there's a whole like
Yeah.
Dynasty Dead. That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I had a coworker at Amazon that was like way into the show. He
It's
was
great.
Like, I could like he kept saying how he wanted to buy an Xbox, and he's like, and because he wanted to play all these games, and I was like, just get one. Like they're like
Oh my
170
gosh.
bucks, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna spend that money because like I'm still just playing the show like all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck's the matter with you?
This isn't me
So
opening up.
many
This isn't me
games.
opening up the past here, because before I've talked shit to you about how you have Xbox and like I would
Oh,
never
yeah.
go back to Xbox. That's precisely the reason I'm not. I didn't just say whatever. I'll just get an Xbox again. Is because of the show.
Right.
That's
'Cause
why
it's
I
only
have
on
PS
PlayStation, right?
That's
Yeah.
that's the only reason. So
Whatever, man.
So we're moving on.
moving on.
Yeah, I think we're done talking about baseball.
Cuatro.
And now, so we're gonna go to the from the American thing to like a really not American thing. So this is a game that I played in my childhood, Shenmue 1 and 2. It was revolutionary. It created the open world genre. Yeah, you cannot hate on Shenmue.
Sorry, guys.
I
I'm
know
just
it from
throwing
afar.
up.
That's about it.
So Shenmue was pretty much like the first like open world like huge game that ever came out on the Dreamcast. The story was sick and it was well known because like the memes because the American voice actors were terrible. And my brother got me into it and it was on the
It was-
Dreamcast.
Oh, you know what? I know exactly.
There's a
what you're
remake
talking-
coming out
yes.
if you guys do want to try it. Just
Well-
don't
No.
compare it to today's games.
Mm.
But it kind of opened the door for like all this like open world games and everything. Huge story and there was hella like hella stuff to do. Like there was like arcades.
This
like,
is the Dreamcast title.
Yeah.
pretty
like,
much.
yeah,
this
This
is
was
the
the staple.
Dreamcast
Next
title.
to Sonic Adventure
Yeah.
Well,
Next
so-
to
whoa,
Fantasy
whoa,
Star
whoa, whoa,
Online.
or Typing of the Dead.
Fantasy Star Online almost made it on
Fantasy
my list.
Star, dude. I can't believe the Dreamcast had a web browser. Who was web browsing in '94? Like,
It had an MMO and a web browser
wild,
ahead of its time.
wild.
Like
Yeah.
like
NFL.
Shenmue 1 and 2 ahead of its time.
No.
Bro, Shenmue is like it was like GTA 5, but you could like walk into like any building and there'd be like an arcade and you could like be stuck on a mini game for hours. It even had like some Sega racing games built in.
That-
The fighting system was good. And you like leveled up too. You got new moves. You had to do secret stuff. You
When
know,
was it made?
It was like 2000.
early 2000s, I
Yeah.
think.
Did it get earlier than that and just get localized later though, or is it
Well, it came out first on the Dreamcast. I know that 100%. I mean, if you want to pull it up, I
first
don't remember the
release
exact date.
'99?
Okay, yeah, see. So
Yeah, so it probably made it to America like '01 or something like that.
yeah, but it was really good for its time. A lot of people don't talk about it. And for facts, when it got put on E3 2015, Sony's press conference, it broke the Kickstarter record in like
What?
2 minutes. It like broke like the website shut down, everything. It got funded instantly for the third one because they've been waiting like more than a decade for it.
So I'm taking away from this episode too. Like I have an Android tablet thing, or like it's a gaming thing where I
Yeah.
just download games. But I'm taking all these lists in the heart because I want to play some stuff, and I'm for sure playing that
Well,
because I can emulate Dreamcast on it because that's the Dreamcast game for everything I'm read. I haven't touched
Yeah.
it.
If
but-
you really like adventure games and just like single player adventure, like it's like kind of linear, but you still can explore a lot.
yeah.
Definitely try, bro. You can't hate.
Have you hold up? Have you played it?
No, it looks bad.
HD. The remake is coming out very soon
On what?
on Xbox.
Oh, it's
on
Xbox?
everything.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, wait,
read
we
that
game
on the-
share, huh?
Yeah,
You're getting
I'll
it?
buy it if you
All
play
right.
it.
All right, all right.
Play the one.
I'm doing this with you with Pokemon, and now I have to play this because he's buying it.
Oh, what am I?
I'm gonna keep
Dude.
saying I don't like games. It's working out for
Dude,
me.
you'll like it. You will like it.
All right.
Whatever.
Hey,
All right,
what's
moving on. I have a feeling nobody's gonna have anything to say about this one. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
That was the one that was on
That-
Wii U too, right?
On the Wii U.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter's sick. I
Yeah.
can't.
Monster
I
Hunter's
got,
cool.
I got Nick into it with World,
Yeah,
the new
Worlds
one that
was
came out.
Insanely sick.
But 3 Ultimate was just I bought a Wii U for it because Smash wasn't announced yet, and it's just so good. I put like 300 hours into it. It was incredible.
There's, so like I played it. Mm-hmm. I didn't even come close to
Did
finishing.
you play the Wii one or the
Wii
Wii
U.
U one?
Wii
You
U.
played the Wii U one.
So
Yeah.
I didn't come even close to finishing it, but like my
Well,
whole,
there's not really an end.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like my whole thing is like, where is your like content ceiling at in there? Like when does it like? Okay, I'm at the end game, but I don't want to play anymore because from what I understand, Monster Hunter is pretty open like that.
Yeah.
But when
Except
is
for
it?
the new one,
When
World
is it
was not like
really?
that.
Really, it wasn't.
Yeah, so that was the issue with World. Is World was the perfect Monster Hunter game, but it didn't have the content that the other
Are
games
they
had.
adding continuously?
Slowly,
away stuff?
slowly.
Because it just came to the PC, and I was
Yeah.
gonna buy it on PC because
Buy
that
it.
seems
It's-
great.
it's good.
Worlds? Yeah, Worlds is
Yeah.
hella fun.
It's
The
good.
payoff's really good too.
But they're not adding more stuff.
No, they are just slowly.
Oh,
It's not enough stuff. Like here's the thing.
fucking Capcom.
it's not
I
even
forgot.
paid to,
So,
pay
like-
to like play either.
Yeah, no, it's free content too,
Yeah.
which is cool.
You got 2 Capcom games on your list now.
There's more to come.
Ooh.
Damn, boy.
No, actually, I think that's the last one. But anyway, to answer
lick
your
it.
question on the ceiling of Monster Hunter, so yeah, they start you off super basic. You're a peasant. You have like a sword that's made out of like a bone, poorly, and you kill a monster. You make a weapon and armor out of its hide and bones, and you fight the next monster and the next monster. And it just keeps going up and up and up, and there's a ton of monsters. And at the very end, there are just these like godlike monsters that are disgusting and horrible. And once you beat those, it's kind of over. That's kind of end game.
Right.
But like it's like you're talking like 300-400 hours before you get to that point.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's-
So why? There's a lot of those though. Why 3?
Okay, so that was just the one that I had the best.
Oh, okay.
So I played them all.
Yeah.
I bought the very first one in 2004 when it came out on PS2. I had no idea what I was getting into.
That's not a good game to do that with.
Well, yeah, you're telling me. But I looked at the. It was literally just the cover art, like just a guy with a giant sword, like swinging it at a dragon, and I was like,
Damn,
I
so
was
you're
like,
a cover book guy, huh? You just told
I-
everyone.
yeah.
It's important.
He used to be a
No,
lot
it-
of Jake.
The cover
it
is
is
important.
too.
It's
No, yeah.
absolutely important.
I think if there's one thing that's gonna randomly draw something to your product, it's a good cover.
I could see that.
But so yeah, so I've played them all, and 3 was just like the best one. I had the most time with that one, and it was good. It was amazing. That's it. 4 I was pretty let down with because they added like the whole like upward, because the whole thing about that game is it's flat. The whole game you're just like it's like on a table, like, and you're just fighting these monsters.
There's no terrain. Is that what you're telling me?
Not really.
That's disgusting.
No.
In
because
World there is though.
In World there is.
Okay, I'll play
Kinda.
that.
Yeah. No, but you have to like.
You know, if I didn't notice that, that would be like subconsciously, that would make me hate the game, and I wouldn't know why. You know what I mean? Like I would feel like
because when you play the game, it's like it makes sense
But
because
it's-
you just work with the terrain that you have. There's a lot of different areas
Mm-hmm.
that all like function different. Some have like a little like differences, but it's like in the first 3 games, it's like that's it.
right.
And then in 4, keep in mind at this point they're on the 3DS. In 4, they tried to add this whole like upward terrain thing and all these like crazy movements, and on a handheld console just didn't work.
Trash.
It was not fun. Yeah, it was a great advancement, but it was super boring. And they came out with World, which is like that attempt, but on modern consoles, and it's incredible.
Right.
It's amazing. The only thing is that one didn't have the content. Like at that one, we played it for like a month, and then we were all done with it.
Yeah.
And then they're rolling out monsters too slowly to keep me entertained.
I've waited out. Because it's funny. I have it game shared, but I'm probably gonna buy PC just because I want to play it on there more. But I feel like
Mm-hmm.
from what you're saying, waiting out on that game was probably an amazing choice, right? If I get it when it's got like a bunch of extra content, it's probably gonna be.
It's not a bunch of extra content. It's like 4 extra monsters.
What?
That's it. I'm telling you.
Kill Capcom.
They're
dude.
rolling
They
it out
always do that
very
to us.
slowly. Way too
Street
slowly.
Fighter 5's been out for like 25 years, and we got 5 extra characters.
Yeah,
Like,
and well, they're coming out with this new game. So Monster Hunter World, we're not been on Monster Hunter way too long, but I'll say one more thing.
yeah.
Monster Hunter World shipped with like 32 monsters,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is like a really subpar number for that. Because the one that's coming out on the Switch later this month has 96.
Oh my god. I didn't know that.
Whoa.
That's sick.
I might just get that
I
one.
already put hella hours in a World.
That's what
like
I'm saying.
That's like a most recent game I put that many hours, like besides Destiny 1 or 2.
Oh God, don't say Destiny. It's gonna be
That's
on
not on
Johnny's
my
list.
list. It's not on my
I
list.
forgot.
But
all right.
I like that game. but-
Spoiler alert,
Yeah.
it's not on my list.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is on my list.
All right, we're on 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers. Just the games themselves.
No, you
franchise.
gotta
I
pick
can't-
one.
I gotta
Hell
pick one?
No, well, yeah, you gotta pick one.
Because I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me in trouble because there's a bunch of
I'll
franchises
make sure
on
you're
my.
alright.
So
Because we've done a list before, and if I don't say what I did number 1 for that, then it's gonna be weird.
But so for Smash, it would have to be either I'm choosing because I put like ridiculous amount of hours into Melee as a kid, and that's what like made me love the game.
Like sparked
or
it.
I'm picking Wii U because I actually went out and like competed and learned what like
Pick Wii U
because
because it's better.
Oh my god. Oh wait, yeah, Smash 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was definitely the most enjoyable one out of the first 4, in my opinion.
Melee was weird.
I
because
thought you meant Brawl for a second.
Oh,
That's why,
no.
that's why I was like off guard.
I wasn't into like that game. I remember putting a lot of hours in, and I'm not really a fighting game kind
With
of
Melee or-
mentality person.
Because there's so much under the hood
When I
you
was
have
a kid-
no
yeah.
idea of.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I could show you stuff right now and you're like, what?
yeah,
You'd be like,
I
what? That's in the
remember
game?
Yeah, I played the
Like,
hell
did
out
you
of it.
know? You know if you do, okay, like you play Smash Wii
Yeah.
U, right? You know you do a dumb like laggy move, like, and you hit the stage with it, you're gonna get punished.
Yeah.
In Melee, if you press L or R, which is your shield button, if you press that the second that you hit the ground after an attack, it does what's called L canceling, and it cuts the lag time off.
Yeah.
You probably had no idea that was there.
No.
There's like 15 other.
Melee. Like,
Yeah,
what about
that's
wave
like-
dashing? You
That's
know
like
about it?
basic.
Yeah.
That's like basic,
nah.
basic. It's
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
basic,
it's
like
hella
right off the.
technical.
There's so much in that, but I guess I'll just say Wii U. But I'm just gonna talk about the franchise anyway.
whatever. I mean,
But so here's the thing with it, like that game, pretty much there's nothing like it.
there's nothing.
Before
And
it, there was
Everyone
nothing.
can play it.
Everyone can
Yep.
play it. It hits a spot for everyone as far as like I feel like a massive amount of like crossover stuff like copied
love that
because of them.
stuff. Yeah.
Like the whole crossover market's huge because of them.
Oh yeah.
The idea to make a fighting game that simple that's been tried by so many developers and never perfected.
Right.
Showing. The show and jump all stars.
Oh yeah, Jump
Yeah,
Superstars.
Jump Superstars.
You ever heard about that?
DS, I played that.
So good.
It was
that was,
okay.
that was their
It was
take.
good.
It was okay. I like
was
the
good.
comic system. That was sick.
Yeah, it was
that was
really
sick.
cool.
But for Smash, so yeah, for Smash, like that's pretty much it blew the lid open on the whole industry, especially fighting games and competitive stuff. But I put a ton of hours. I still remember being a little kid with like greasy pizza fingers at kids' parties, just playing that for
Yeah.
hours.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you know?
That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah. But that was that.
It's
Great title.
amazing.
And I'm
Yeah.
still, 15, 20 years later, I'm still just banging out Smash all the time.
All the time.
It's a sumo game.
Railing it.
Great sumo game.
I hate that you keep saying it, but I love that you keep saying it.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's a good take.
Yeah,
It's-
it really is.
So number 4 for me, I want to say a franchise because the next 4 are franchises, but I'm gonna pick one just at your behest. I will pick Civilization 5.
Whoa.
I only played
nice.
Revolution.
Nice.
Dude, I have like almost 1,000 hours on that game.
Yeah,
On PC.
everybody I know that's played that game says the same thing.
It's crack.
I
It's
heard
good.
there was this glitch with like Gandhi. Like if you do this certain glitch, because he has like zero aggress, right?
Yeah,
He's not
aggressive,
aggressive at
yeah.
all. And if you do some like random glitch, it like puts his aggressive like all the way up, and he just starts
Oh,
like
yeah.
nuking everyone.
he nukes.
I swear. Philip was telling me about this.
I've seen him nuke in normal games.
Yeah, I have a friend who's really into that type of game too.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's like-
amazing.
I like 6 a lot, the newest one.
Yeah.
It's like really pretty. I know people complain because it's kind of cartoonier, and Civ 5 looks more like Risk, like the way they line up the soldiers and stuff. But like, just that game is just
Yeah,
man.
I only played Revolution, so I don't know the difference between
like-
that and like the main series.
Yeah.
But that game was fun.
Have you
you've
played like
always-
the first ones at all? Have you given the old ones a shot?
No, I look.
How
I'm
old is that franchise?
Very old. dude.
90s early.
Really?
Very
Yeah.
old.
Oh wow.
They got
Maybe
one on the
late 80s? I don't know.
PS1 that's like just primitive, but like
Wow.
I'm
Well, I had no
curious
idea.
to see from like
Haven't you always wanted deep down to be like Fidel Castro of your own island
No.
nation prison?
No.
No, no. I mean,
closest-
I would. I mean, I'm just like, nah, do this, do that. King of the castle, king of the castle.
The closest thing I got to that was
Cody
that game
Fuentes,
Murder,
that was for
Murder
you?
Inc.
Murdering.
Yeah, like that iPhone game where like you gotta spread a disease around.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
closest I've been to like a Civ type game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like,
But that does sound cool if you're
Yeah.
like the ruler.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun game.
I just don't have the patience. you know?
yeah, no, it's
There's a
like a game.
ton.
A game is like 8 hours.
that's the same reason I don't.
but
yeah.
you can drop it and come back.
Yeah, that's
do it all the
that's
time.
the whole idea.
That's the same reason I don't play League. That's like an hour and a half of my time
Yeah.
That
dedicated.
commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's serious commitment.
I used to have
dog.
friends that like we wouldn't be able to hang out until like he
Oh,
finished
yeah.
the match.
Yeah.
It's like I can't just quit, dude. I'm gonna fucking do that.
Shout out Cedric.
Dude, like it's a fucking game.
I know.
Shout out Cedric.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up
100.
because I'm gonna boomerang that on my number 2 and things that I've done of that nature to my friends, my poor friends over the years.
Nick,
right.
number 3.
Number 3, this is one we all should enjoy. Guitar Hero. Well,
Dude,
okay,
I was gonna put that. I was gonna put that.
but
Hold on, hold on,
specifically,
hold on. Let me ask a question here. Who here started playing music because of everybody at this table plays or has played music in
Yeah.
a band? Who here started because of Guitar Hero?
me, of course.
You two know? Me?
Oh,
I didn't
for
even
sure.
I didn't
Alright.
even think about picking up a guitar before I played Guitar Hero.
I could see. You know what's funny is I
Definitely
have.
pushed me along.
Yeah, I have friends that were like hitting me up because.
Wait, did you
of
play
that,
before Guitar
so
Hero
I
or
can
no?
Yeah, I
Definitely.
played guitar before, but
Okay,
like,
it's
Oh,
different.
okay,
well,
yeah.
it definitely pushed me along though. I see what you're saying.
No,
Like,
yeah,
it's
like
totally
like
sure.
when I
Influenced the
played
hell
that
out
game
of
and like seeing the guy on stage, I was like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick like that Japanese chick.
Oh yeah,
that
it
was,
was,
tight.
all right, so which one of the franchises were you gonna
So
pick?
specifically, I'll
be
put Guitar Hero 3.
Three. Okay.
Yeah,
It has to be
yeah,
3
that's- yeah.
because fucking Through Fire Flames. Come
Yeah,
on.
the Fall of Troy.
Dude, I have a
Yeah.
Oh
Fall
my
of Troy.
God.
I had a friend
So
that
good.
would just murder that on Expert easily.
Yeah.
My friend Cesar, he would just murder that on. I would just
Beast
watch.
and the Harlot. On
I had never
number
seen-
2, I would play. I would do an expert.
It,
just
that
like-
those games were cool because like they introduced you to new music,
Yeah.
or they just made you appreciate it a little bit more.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
It was the the
100%.
first huge localization of a rhythm game. Rhythm games
Yeah.
are massive in Japan. America didn't really have a big hitter, and that was it.
We don't anymore either.
Yeah,
They
it's
came
just
and went with
gone.
that.
Rhythm games are totally
Gone.
dead. Yeah,
It's
for
crazy
Sure.
because they're still like being made and they show up on like mobile and like Nintendo platforms.
It's huge in the
but-
arcade scene in Japan.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Huge.
they only succeed in arcades.
Oh,
now.
dude,
even
I-
out here,
well-
if I'm in an arcade and I see Guitar Hero 3,
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna pick it up.
Oh
and
yeah, my
play.
quarters are going
Every
I
there.
went,
time,
yeah,
every time.
I went to the arcade convention last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
That's pretty
But
dope.
they have like a huge, like there was like a whole corner that was rhythm games.
Uh huh.
Some of these kids I saw playing. Oh my! Like you seen
We've
that
seen
game
our
where
whole
it's a-
lives, though,
But
like,
you
with
seen that where it's
DDR
like
and stuff.
Well, no. I seen like triple that extreme of
Yeah,
that.
there's
There
some
was
crazy
one
shit.
where it's like a 16 key like piano.
Uh huh.
And it's Guitar Hero like that, and it's this
With-
girl just
with a whole
perfect.
piano.
There was this girl like
think you really
she was
learned.
Oh
just
my
this
God.
Asian chick, just wearing like a skirt, like total Asian looking girl, and
Mm.
she's literally just wrecking this thing, just perfecting everything. And I'm sitting there with
Wow.
like my
Young
jaw dropping,
Beethoven.
I'm like,
Beethoven.
Lil Beethoven.
It's like going to the Cloverleaf Bowl and then they had the DDR there, and then I always wondered what the
Oh.
bar was for, and then like some 2 guys came in like, "Hey, move over, kid, we're gonna show you."
And they just
then I
grab
saw-
the bar
and then I
start
saw what the bar was for.
swinging their legs around. And
I
shit.
played that game on Expert. Not trying to humble brag, but
DDR.
I used to play DDR on Expert. Yeah, I used to be good at that. Too.
I had a couple of my friends.
That's not a humble brag.
No
it's-
bar
That's a-
either.
that's
No
a-
bar.
That's a
No
str-
bar.
That's a strong flex.
It's funny you said you seen it at a bowling alley because I had a couple of friends whose parents were like they were like the weekend, like every week they'd bowl, and
Yeah.
they were like expert at DDR for that reason. They'd be there every
Yeah.
week, so they're like
Yeah.
I'm playing DDR, and they were just hella raw.
oh my god.
Solid though.
It's a good game, but yeah.
What
Yeah.
the what
That's
a
a
Guitar
good
life.
one.
Hero, like
Yeah. It's the reason I started playing music.
And it's interesting too because that didn't pick up huge until like 2 was pretty popular,
Yeah,
and then 3 blew the lid off.
One, everybody was like, "This is weird," and then 2 came out, and
Well,
that's
like,
where people started buying it.
The thing
Yeah,
is, like,
that's
it
when I started
had,
playing.
it had to already be popular for me to spend $180.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
gonna
right.
buy
It
like,
was
the
an
first one.
expensive game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a $60 game, and then you got to buy like a $100 controller.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it
like
was an
I wasn't gonna buy
expensive
the
game.
first one. Like, oh, okay.
I can't believe my parents bought me that. Like that's a lot.
No,
of
I
mo-
had that
I
had
think
to be
no,
like a Christmas present.
I
wasn't just
remember,
getting that.
I remember my dad takes me into GameStop and he's like, he asked the guy working, he's like, "Do you think my kid will start playing guitar if I buy him this?" And he's like, "Probably." And so my dad bought it for me.
That's
and
the
it
most
worked!
fun-
That's
I mean, it
hilarious.
worked, but I'm gonna be honest,
worked!
that
It's true.
that was a bold statement from that employee.
It's GameStop. It's GameStop.
anything to buy it. Yeah, he'll learn how to fly too. I'll say anything just to get you.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
God.
Yeah.
Guitar
So
Hero.
true,
So
though.
good. I actually, I was thinking about putting that on there, but what would have taken something over Guitar Hero would be Rock Band.
Oh yeah, because that's just great memories.
Because yeah, Rock Band it was just memories. It was fun. It didn't have like the grittiness or like you didn't want to get good at Rock Band. You didn't want to.
You know what? I will say
The
this:
drums,
I
like-
didn't start music because of Guitar Hero, like you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely feel like I understood drums on a new level when I was like 15 and bought Rock
Yeah,
Band.
because
Yeah.
I definitely understood drums way quicker after that
yeah.
game.
That really taught you like the fundamentals of drums.
Yeah, like I knew, but like I didn't understand like fills and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that game,
exactly.
I was like, oh, okay, I get how this works.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
I put
Yeah.
a fill at this section.
I would put Rock Band over Guitar Hero just because it's so much more fun to me, and the memories of like playing those songs, and somebody's forced to sing the songs, and it was
Always
just
Cedric.
always
He
Cedric.
likes it too. They still play. Him and Alan still play.
That's amazing.
Every weekend.
Well,
That's
that's
amazing.
that's huge in like a lot of the like game bars. They always have a Rock Band set up. Like
Really?
that.
It's
That's
like
huge.
video game karaoke. Like,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's video game karaoke exactly.
That
Yeah,
was a good take.
Sorry.
I hope I would like to see those games make a comeback.
They can't. Man.
They
They
can't.
though.
They can't.
There's no revival.
Well, they still
like,
sell them. You say you want them to make a comeback. They're still selling them, and they're not making sales.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
that-
I'm
I'll be content if I have the latest Rock Band.
Dude,
and
I
have
went-
all the. Oh, and if I have the latest Rock Band and all the DLC, like I'll be content. Like I don't need another game.
No, the support they put on those games, where you could buy like thousands of songs.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
And
yeah.
they like got into like the alternative
and
scene,
metal and
which was
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, it was
They
Well,
really
that was
cool.
towards the end. Like I remember I was done playing that game, but I had some friends that still played, and like I went to their house one time and they were like playing Rock Band, and they were like Day to Remember DLC.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what?
It's like holy
Like, when
And I was
shit!
like, this is sick. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
hella
oh, yeah.
sick.
It definitely like that was such a period of time, like you said, and then it just collapsed. And
Yeah,
it was
immediately.
an epic collapse. I remember
Immediately,
that.
yeah.
And
Rise
everybody-
and fall.
Because
Yeah.
they had to start putting out like the Guitar Heroes with like certain artists to try to get you back in, like Metallica.
Yeah, it got
or
real
the Beatles.
gimmicky.
Oh, yeah, they
it
had a
got
Guns N'
the two
Roses.
gimmicky started off my mind was they added the
Aerosmith.
piano to Rock Band, which is like hard. Like that's hard. And then the
Unless you're the Asian girl from the.
I was just gonna say that's
convention.
probably where that came. They were like, "Oh, it works in Japan. Like, what if we,
Yeah.
add this?" But and then fucking the what was it? I don't even remember. Oh, the create a song in Guitar Hero. You could create your own song.
remember
and it
that.
was garbage.
Yo,
It
the
was
PC
terrible.
Guitar Hero community.
Oh, yeah.
is
Oh,
in that
okay, so
one
that's a
dude on
different
YouTube.
thing. That's a different.
I
thing.
used to play as I think it was called Flash Hero. I used to play it on my computer. That's how into Guitar Hero I was. I would
Yeah.
download these custom songs. Like, oh, that's sick. They made one for this.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'd be good.
Yeah.
Like they'd write it like
They're on point.
pretty well.
They'd probably do it better than some of the creators. Some of those creators would do dumb stuff. Like there'd be
Yeah.
parts where you're playing like a lead and it's like some completely
there,
like not
yeah.
there.
It's just-
you know?
Yeah.
I always think about like things like if you go to a museum now and you see like one of those telephones from the 20s, you're like, oh, what did people use this? This is kind of how did this, you know? And then I imagine the iPhone, the first iPhone is probably going to be in there someday, and then the Guitar controller. That's going
Oh,
to be in
God,
there.
I
The
hope
Les
so.
Paul and the
Right?
it's
It's gonna be in there
Explorer.
someday.
Explorer.
And people are like,
Explorer.
but why
White
didn't they
man.
just get a guitar? I don't understand. You know,
Oh my
like-
god.
you know, like-
all right. Enough about Guitar
Oh,
Hero.
and
We'll
the
go all
South
day.
Park episode of Guitar Hero is amazing. That was
Yeah.
one of the best episodes of South
It
Park.
really was. That and World of Warcraft.
Hella good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Save
All right.
that one. Save that one.
All right. This one, I think we could all talk about a little bit. One of my favorite. The top three were really hard for me, but Majora's Mask,
Okay.
Legend of
yeah,
Zelda,
fire.
Majora's Mask,
I know you love
unbelievable,
That game too.
unbelievable.
What I have to.
That
ask
game
this.
made me goth as a kid. that game turned me goth.
I love
that game!
Darkest.
Oh my god!
That's good.
true though.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
like it was really dark. And
I love that
spooky.
game.
All right, so my number 3. No, just kidding.
No, but
No, so I gotta ask you on that one. Most people will take Ocarina over time over it. What,
Yeah.
what's
Of course.
what's your call on that?
the
one?
setting, 100%. That's
setting,
it. That's
right.
all. It was something that I didn't see in a game before because I feel like up until that point, for the most part at least, video games that were like adventure games were knight in shining armor and just going to like some scary settings, but it wasn't like ominous. It was just like
Yeah.
some like happy music playing or something. But like at no point in playing Majora's Mask like does it feel happy. There's
Ever,
always
yeah.
there's always some like sad music playing. Everything's gloomy. People are like every character you're introduced to is about to die. The whole point of that game is everybody is about to die.
The world's ending.
The world is ending.
Yeah, like
The four characters that you like actually meet are all dead. The Deku, the Goron, the Zora, they're all
That's why
dead.
they give you the
yeah,
masks.
they are all.
They all
Yeah.
die and you get their mask. So it was just really dark and I don't
So
know.
good.
Like I said, it turned me goth. I was like, I like this. This is cool.
Really
Tim
eerie,
Burton
man.
Zelda.
Really,
Burton Zelda.
and it was just.
That's,
Oh,
that's
and also what I liked is like, you play Ocarina of Time and you get introduced to all these cool characters, and then in Majora's Mask you get to play as all the cool characters. You get to play as a Goron and a Zora and a Deku. It was like it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been meaning. I want to replay it because I haven't played it. I don't think I ever beat it, but I,
I
haven't
have it
played
on
it forever.
3DS if
I was
you
gonna
wanna
say
borrow it.
if I'm
3DS
gonna
version's
play
sick.
it, that's the version,
Yeah,
right?
you want to borrow mine?
Yeah, only
I'll
borrow
let-
that.
Oh, dude,
Because that'll be the version.
it's really good. It's a lot easier than Ocarina of Time, I think. Though I don't know, some of the side quests got
I
hard,
thought the
but
clock thing would be a little more difficult.
that traumatized me.
It's
It
just
was only-
one song. Like you just.
it was only as a kid it seemed hard.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally so I got the 3DS version, I 100% of the game and I didn't have to look anything up.
Wow. What the heck?
Off memory
That's
or
kinda-
just
that's
intuitive?
A lot of
kinda
it was memory.
That's impressive.
A lot of it was memory, but it's just a lot of it's just right there for you.
Right.
Nothing is as hidden as like the sword in Ocarina of Time, the
Big Ron sword.
bigger on sword.
Oh,
yeah,
the side
that was
ones.
like so cryptic and like nobody could ever actually find that.
Right. Right.
But yeah,
All right.
what's yours? Number three.
Number 3.
Here we go.
So I'll make note that it moved because of something on your list.
Ooh.
So originally it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but I didn't
Okay.
feel like mentioning it because you mentioned 3.
Yeah, we talked
I'll
about
just
it.
Okay.
say briefly 2, a roster like that back then,
Legendary.
gameplay like that back then.
Yeah.
like,
Unbelievable.
That was
Yeah.
mind blowing. But I'll move it to its alternative, Street Fighter 2.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh, okay.
I have it was a little before my time,
Yeah.
but
But we all had it on
I've
something.
definitely I definitely got that really young as a kid, and I had it on I had a Super Nintendo like very briefly, and then I had PS1, and then I got it again on PS1, and I just would play that forever.
Oh, yeah.
And that you could talk forever about the history on that. That
It's insane.
changed
Yeah.
gaming period. Like
Yeah.
that's huge, and it functioned
Yeah.
so well.
A
Like
phenomenon.
all the functions are copied by everyone, 30 years plus.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everything that game's done, everyone else is doing now. Like they were the ones, and those characters are so iconic.
Yeah, those characters. I mean, every time when they show the screen, they show the little flag where they're from. It's like Street Fighter. These are the best.
Yeah, it was
fighters.
really cool.
Yeah,
It was
it's
like
just-
it was
I
like
don't
you're
know.
fighting like people would pick their character just because like, oh, I'm from here or something.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
it
cool.
had kind of like a nationality thing to it, which is really cool.
You know the history too with how some of the mechanics work. Like a lot of there's things in there that moved on, but were like accidental. Like there's a lot
Right.
in that game that's bugged.
Right.
So like the combos themselves, like canceling into things. So like if you do like a low kick and then you cancel your crouching medium, you cancel into Hadouken or a special move. That was not supposed to be there. Canceling moves, cutting them off early into the next move is a bug.
Yeah.
but it made
I
for
remember-
combos,
I don't-
and now every game forever has move canceling.
I don't remember that, but well, it's not just move canceling, but combos in general were a bug in Street Fighter 2.
Yes and no. There were some moves that were intended to like short.
Yeah,
crouching
no, yeah,
short,
yeah,
like
stuff like
some
that.
of that
but
stuff
like
combos.
linking like
But yeah,
moves.
like they didn't intend.
They
for,
didn't
like,
intend
They
any
didn't
of
intend
that.
for jump in heavy,
exactly.
standing heavy into Shoryuken. Like they didn't.
Exactly.
intend for
That's what
that.
I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's insane to me that like an accident grew into what we have now as fighting games.
And I'll still fire that up anytime I
it's
see
fun.
it. Like, it is
It's
still fun.
Yeah,
and it's still
and
super
it started,
intuitive.
It started the whole like sports game thing of like releasing a game every year.
Yeah, they
They
did.
started that.
They did.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So
They
like
started
you had
that.
you had Street Fighter 2, then you had Super Street Fighter 2, then you
Mm-hmm.
had like Hyper Turbo, and they just kept selling you the same game with extra characters and features,
Yep.
and you paid $60 every time.
Every single
And
time.
everyone did
Or the
it
equivalent
gladly.
of.
Yep, and then
equivalent
and
of.
now it's funny because like everybody gives like Madden and Call of Duty flack for doing that. Yeah, it's, how many times have you heard that? Are you like, oh, Call of Duty has sold you the same game a million times? But it's like, I mean,
It makes
So
sense. that
has
they would do
Street
a new one
Fighter.
every year. It makes sense they would do one every year. Every year,
what, a Street Fighter?
like a development studio make a new game every year. That makes sense to me.
I guess
I mean,
yeah.
They're getting away from that though.
a little bit.
They're getting away from that. They're following the esports thing. Like Street Fighter 5 is supposed to be a platform, and they're just going to keep adding
Yeah,
characters.
yeah,
and
they're doing like
stages
they
and features.
brought like a League of Legends kind of thing. To
Yeah,
it.
I think everyone
Oh,
saw
yeah,
that success, then just jumped on that.
Yeah.
So
everybody loves skins and
yeah.
yeah.
heroes and all that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Go
All
ahead,
right.
Johnny.
All
My
right.
number 3. So if somebody asked me on
What
the street,
franchise is it?
It's probably Tiger Woods PGA Tour golf. Okay.
That had a great soundtrack.
I had a golf phase this year, so
Wow.
that maybe before I came that might have been anyway. But since you said if somebody on the street asked me like what's your favorite Zelda game, I guess I would say Majora's Mask, like you said. But like close second would be Ocarina of Time.
there we go.
I mean,
Thought he took
yeah.
mine.
there it is.
No, yeah, it's like because when I was a kid, all we had was the NES, and like I'd play that original. And then when I played Ocarina of Time, I'm like, oh wow, and it's the same feeling I get when I play Breath of the Wild. Like this is what they meant. Like I
Yeah.
get this. Like
Yeah.
everything was like more
that was
implied.
that was the first game where I felt the most immersed. Like,
Yeah.
it gave you like when you go
The
in,
feels,
you have
dude.
to go chase down the spider in that cave, like the very beginning, like
It was crazy.
immersive.
Best, dude. The credits of that game. Like
Yeah.
I cry every time to this day. Just like they
Come
show
on,
you
dude.
everywhere you,
You didn't
went.
have to admit
the
that.
songs. Like I'm an emotional guy. What can I say? And like you just they play the song. They show you everywhere you went
Yeah.
and stuff. And like
Yeah, because they did that in Mario 64 as
Yeah.
well, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Super
good.
good. Super good. I can't I don't know.
If you love an immersive game like that, Should try Shenmue.
Oh my god!
Just a little side note, real quick.
It's just everything about that game was amazing.
Yeah,
Right.
Ocarina of Time was like
Yeah,
that was
it's
another
great story,
revolutionary
too.
game.
Good story.
Great story.
Crazy.
Great story.
Forwarding time and you're like, that's
And then-
crazy.
and
Everyone loves time travel.
yeah. that's so
And
good.
Zelda sends you back because she took your childhood from you. Oh, just like a little linchpin.
I heard. Actually, no. I listened to like a 3-hour podcast about the history of Zelda, and I think it was about Ocarina of Time where they were like halfway through developing the game, and Miyamoto walks in because he did like the first Zelda game. And when he stepped down from doing the Zelda games, he was still like overshadowing everything. And I guess he just walked in the store and be like, "It'd be cool if he was an adult," and just walked out.
Damn, honestly, good hot take
Yeah,
on him
like-
because that was a
Staple.
key aspect
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
game, and it was a sick part of it
yeah,
too.
that's
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah. He just walked in and he'd be like, "Yeah, it'd be cool if he was like a grown up," and he just walked out, and they're like, "Well, I guess we're doing this."
But like they like based off that, they put that together really well.
Yeah,
Like,
they did.
it's not like cop out, but
Yeah,
like
no,
it
they-
actually
they-
goes with the
Yeah.
story. And
No, the podcast I listened to, like Nintendo put the fucking A team together for Ocarina of Time.
Right.
Like when they decided to do Ocarina of Time, they were like, only big names are
Well,
touching
because
this
what
game.
was before that?
the last
The last Zelda game?
Yeah.
Link to the
It was
Past.
Link to the Past.
No, it would have to be a Game Boy one, right?
Link's
Or
Awakening.
well,
Oracle
Link's-
of
Link's
Ages
Awakening.
season? Oh, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening
Link's
was on Game Boy.
Awakening.
Yeah.
DX.
That was
but-
in between. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like when they were making the Ocarina of Time, it's like they weren't putting like New Guy McGee on this game. Like
Yeah.
no, like
Right.
Especially since it's the next generation step
Yeah.
up. Like, yo, we're going 3-dimensional.
they said,
We
look
need
at-
everyone.
Yeah, look at the tools we're working with, right? Yeah.
yeah. So
They pulled it off.
yeah, it's
Lovely.
insane. It's absolutely insane.
It's a good game.
I love it.
I know
But
some
yeah,
people complain.
He's done that throughout like the production of other Zelda games. Like since then, he'll just come in and he'll be like, "Oh, this is really cool," but like you should do this, and then leaves, and then like, "Fuck."
In Breath of the Wild, he was like, it'd be cool if he wore a dress. Because you know the Gerudo part?
Yeah.
And there's like, Miyamoto, come on, man. Now we
Come
gotta
on,
put it in
man.
the game for some reason.
Cross-dressing.
He just
But
starts
if he
messing
really,
with
that's Miyamoto though, even on the later games? Like he
yeah,
did that?
yeah. He oversees all the Zelda games. That's his
Shit.
baby.
That's sick.
That's
Yeah.
his baby.
I thought it was just that one guy. I forgot his name.
No, yeah.
Starts with the E.
Yeah, he's made the Zelda games because he adventured into a cave one day as a child, and he's like, I want to make a game about this.
And he put it in the first game.
Yeah,
He talked to
you
that
walk
guy in the
into a cave.
Yeah.
You walk into a cave.
Did he meet a creepy old guy too? Is that what happened?
I know.
I don't know.
That's still such a weird concept.
Well, I'm just gonna segue
Anyway.
Yeah.
onto the same game here. My next one is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
I'm so glad there's so many Zelda games in here.
One of the oh my god, one of the first memories I have of this is you had to buy the remember the master mode Ocarina of Time
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. To
disc
pre-order it.
to get the demo.
Oh, to get the demo.
To get the demo of Wind Waker. Oh, and I think the
No.
pre-order too.
You pre-ordered Wind Waker, and you
You
got
got that, yeah.
you got that.
Yeah, I got that, and I cherish that thing. And one of my earliest demos of playing Wind Waker is I went to GameStop at the Hub, and it was demo right there, and it was the nastiest GameCube controller.
Oh yeah.
I smelled my hands after playing it, and I was like, oh my god, like, who touched it?
the rubber on the stick is always off.
Yeah, and it was that first dungeon. I was like, "Whoa, this is sick!" Like this, like I like the cell shading. I don't think I hated it when it first came out, but it was like sick. Like,
Did
I don't know,
anybody
you're a pirate. And, like,
Did anybody ever see like the promotional material before Wind Waker got announced? Because I never have, and it's supposed to be like this crazy badass thing running on a GameCube, and it's supposed to be like Ocarina of Time on steroids.
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
I remember
I
I've
was-
only,
I
I've
wanna
only,
show that up.
I've only heard legends of this. So apparently, it's supposed to be like
So like a test material or something?
it's
or
It
like-
yeah,
was,
it's supposed
yeah.
to be like promotional material for the next Zelda game.
Yeah.
Right. And then they're silent, and then they come out like the year after, and they have Wind Waker, all colorful and cartoony.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I remember
everybody
that.
was pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, the Space World one, I guess.
I don't know. I've never
2000?
seen it.
Yeah.
Legend of
Oh.
Zelda
Yes,
Space World
yes,
GameCube demo. Yeah, I'll
yes.
watch that later. It already looks cool from the
And
thumbnail.
apparently, I learned from that podcast, every promotional Zelda trailer, when they first showed off, it has a song from Conan playing.
Who?
Like the talk show.
No.
the barbarian?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
They have, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I didn't, yeah. That's a weird thing that they do.
I remember that. Yeah.
They still do it, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They don't play Zelda music.
No one's asked them why.
I'm sure somebody's asked. They're probably not going to get an answer. Miyamoto's like, oh, that'd be cool if there was Conan music, and he walks out of the room.
But no, Wind Waker was sick.
Yeah, no,
it
oh my
was
God.
huge.
Huge.
Like,
even though it was all just on your sailboat, but yeah, it
yeah,
was huge.
but there was like
The-
all
the
that hidden
Triforce
treasure.
part
the
was so
Triforce part
good.
was so long.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And like you had to collect like all those scrolls to get the ultimate spin
Yeah.
move. It had like just so much mystery to it.
Yeah, it was really good.
And like that's just one of those games. Like every game on this list, like if you literally hand it to me and be like, "Oh, play this," I would more than be
Oh,
happy
yeah.
to just start playing it again.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But Wind
was
Waker for sure.
amazing.
Like I know Ocarina of Time and even Breath of the Wild like is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
If Breath of the Wild had temples, it would have been my number. It would have been above this.
It would have been the best
Yeah.
Zelda
It would
game
have
of
been
all
the best
time.
Zelda game all
Agree.
time.
Best Zelda game
Yeah.
of all
But
time.
it
Mhm.
didn't.
Solid.
But yeah, Wind Waker is like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. Oh, my turn.
Toon Link main.
This is number 2, right?
Nah.
This is number
Toss
2,
them
right?
bombs.
Yeah, that's number 2.
Number 2?
now.
Yeah.
All right, this is a good one. Everybody's favorite, Dark Souls 1.
Yuck.
Nah, I can't input on
Yuck.
this.
That game is a steam pile of shit.
You're fucking dumb.
That game is only difficult because it feels like you're swimming in molasses the whole time.
Let me let you in. Let me let you in on a little
me tell
insider
you
secret
something.
here. Let me let you in on something. That's how Monster Hunter works.
It's
No, it's the
Nah,
same.
there's
literally
no,
parts where
no,
you're hella
it's the
slow.
same because in Monster Hunter, the whole thing about Monster Hunter, at least from number 1 to World they made it a little bit better. You are fighting against your move set. That's how it worked. Because when you roll in that game, you have a point where you're just like, whoa, like, and you're just getting hit. When you drink a potion in Monster Hunter, after you drink a potion, you do like a little like flex thing, and in that point, you're getting hit.
that's disgusting.
That's the whole point, is you're working with your moveset, and that's what Dark Souls did. But the thing about Dark Souls is they took... Here's the thing. Majora's Mask made me goth as a kid, and then I stopped being goth, and then I played Dark Souls, and I became goth again. Like, the thing that got me about Dark Souls is the environment that you're put in. Because it's like this...
They tell you nothing.
They tell you nothing, and the story is just so cryptic. But besides that, like, everything is gloomy and dark, and all these people are depressed, and like the little story you get is really sad, and it's just the setting is just amazing. The fighting, yeah, it's molasses and it's kind of bad, and yeah, but that's not the point. Like everything they did and the story behind the games, and
I definitely have heard that. Like I've definitely heard that's what catches people is that's why it has like it's very cultish following.
yeah, well, not so much now. It's pretty mainstream, but let me give you a little insight on why the story is so weird. And it gives you a little appreciation. Because this is why everything about Dark Souls is good. Because little things like this. So they don't tell you anything about the story. It's all pieced together through things that you find in the game or like item details or your imagination, right?
Yeah.
That's done because the creator of the game growing up was incredibly poor. And when he was reading, he didn't know some of these words. So he had to piece them together with his own imagination.
The creator?
The creator of Dark Souls.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he made the game like that. Like they give you a story, and then this part's missing, and you keep going the story, and this part's missing, and you have to fill it out. And it's just like he did a whole game about that.
How many years does that take to do?
To do what?
To piece the whole story together.
Well, there's a nice guy called Vati Vidya on YouTube, and he does a nice little breakdown of everything. This guy's a genius, and he's like gotten like Namco Bandai's endorsement. He gets sent everything because
Really?
he's like literally read through every item description in the game to piece the story together. It's disgusting.
That's sick.
Which
takes-
one
yeah.
though? With just the
I think
first
it's the
one?
first
or-
I mean,
So-
it's just like I can't imagine spending time doing that. So some people are just like born to do stuff like that.
The best games have those like hidden aspects,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah,
like Easter
yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
Like, when's the
Yeah.
last game you had that
Or
had
were,
this like
were you
crazy
talking about the guy
mystery?
who made the videos or the
No,
creator of the game?
the guy who made the videos. Like,
Yeah.
piecing all that together. Like, hats off.
I
I'm
mean,
not saying.
in this, people love being content creators, and you
Yeah.
see something, and you're like,
It's
this
true.
this will make me some money.
That's true.
Why
Very
not spend
true.
some time?
I
like-
could dig that.
But,
I just don't
like Bife and
the
and
feel,
Destiny.
The feel
So
of that is just...
the feel of the games gets better as they progress.
Do they?
Yeah,
What's your-
3 is amazing.
What's your opinion on the? Is it a spin-off title or is it just a similar
Which
title?
one, Bloodborne?
Yeah.
I don't like it as
It's
much.
the same creators.
Same
It's
creator.
Just Sony.
Is it a spin-off or it's a completely different?
No,
game?
completely different thing. It just plays
okay.
the same.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I picked Dark Souls 1 because I think that one has the best vibe, best story for what's there.
I put like a solid 4 hours and I into 2.
Yeah,
because
2
it was popular.
2 was weird.
And I was like, okay, this game's cool.
2 was
like, or,
weird. Mm-hmm.
like this game looks cool. Like I'll give it a try, right? Oh my god, I've never disliked something in my hands so much.
2 was weird. Yeah. 3 is like a very like.
But that wasn't your knee-jerk reaction at the start. Like, how did you get into this game? You know what I mean? Like, that's my last question for people, and they're always like, I don't know, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
no, so,
maybe because everyone was like, "This game's hella hard."
Yeah, so
and then
no,
that's what
so I this is how it started. So everybody's talking about how hard this game is, and I didn't buy it at launch, not even close to launch. Everybody's talking about how hard this game is for like years, and then one day me and my buddy are bored, and I go to GameStop and I buy us both the game. It was like $5 used, right? But then it was like $11 each, right? So I was like, cool, I'll spend $22, get us both the game, and we'll talk about it. And we didn't really play it much. We're like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, this is terrible. And then I played the second one for whatever reason, even though I disliked the first one, and it just kind of clicked. And then I went back and played the first one, and I realized it was a masterpiece. People call it a flawed masterpiece, and that's about right. But it's...
It's definitely one of those titles I could see, like, if, you know,
I see why people like it.
Yeah, I could too. But I could definitely see if Dark Souls 6 comes out, it's going to be a whole lot polished and nicer and feeling.
That's
it's
what
gonna be a lot
they're doing,
easier.
yeah.
The climate.
Oh, it is.
It's the last one though, isn't it?
The current-
Yeah, 3 is all... They announced they're not making any more.
They're not gonna
Yeah,
make
they're
6.
liars.
I'm pretty shocked, but yeah, they were like...
Well,
we're
they
done.
still... Okay, so does that mean they're not going to make Bloodborne or, like, whatever other games
No.
they
They
plan?
said Dark Souls, like, that franchise is done. They are still probably going to continue Bloodborne.
They're working
and-
on another game.
Yeah, they're doing that Shadows Die Twice game.
Yeah, looks sick.
Yeah. They're doing that, and that's exactly like Dark Souls, both samurais.
Like, I love the way they look, but, like, there's, like, some sequences, dude, like, there's some where, like, the wall is, like, to your left, and you swing your sword, and it, like, barely clips, and you just, like, character, like, jolts, and he's, like, completely turned around, and then he's in this, like, recovery state where his sword bounced off. Like,
the first one was underdeveloped. The first one was really underdeveloped.
But I haven't given newer ones. Does that, what I'm saying, improve?
3 is, yeah,
Heavily
you'll
improved.
like 3. 3 is just like a really good RPG. That's not like incredibly, no, it's still fucking hard.
I
It's
don't
still
mind
really
hard.
fucking
You just
hard.
gotta feel good. Devil
No,
May Cry
no,
is
3
hard
no,
and
3
it feels
feels
good.
good.
Devil
3
May
feels
Cry
good.
is hard and it feels good.
Devil May Cry 3 almost made it on my list.
Yeah.
Almost.
But that's, for
Almost.
example, dude, that freaking game is hella
Amazing.
hard sometimes.
Amazing,
But it
yeah.
feels amazing. That was my problem with Dark Souls. I'm like, this feels like shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
It was more. It's more so the setting, and now here's the thing: when you play the game enough and you understand the feel and how it works,
Right.
You get. It's not just like you get past it, but like it makes sense why it works that way because you're working against your movements.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of the game. It's like when you dodge, like it's not a dodge. Like you could still get hit.
Right.
You know, and when you swing your sword, you're still gonna get hit. It's not like
Right.
you know. So
All right.
your turn.
So,
Number 2.
number 2.
Here we go.
There's plenty to talk about here. Some of which we've already done. It's Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Ooh, I did play Gold actually.
Yeah, Nick isn't
That's
a huge
one of the
Pokemon guy.
few Pokemon games I played.
It's
Dude,
good.
It's the RPG like franchise itself. I mean, the RPG genre itself.
Johnny just lost his number 2 and 1.
Not true.
But so this genre was completely transformed up to this, right?
Yeah,
Like it.
yeah. No, this we talked about this in
massive.
our Pokemon episode.
And it-
like
yeah.
this is the one that made Pokemon.
It made it-
It's
yeah.
the reason Pokemon didn't go stale.
But so like RPGs like Final Fantasy, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
okay, you got like the 5 characters or whatever. You know, you got the warrior, the mage, and
Yeah.
the priest or whatever, right? Somebody comes along and goes, "All right, let's do an RPG." But you get 150 different characters to choose from. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very true.
In 19 whatever, like, you know, that's crazy innovative. And it, you know, that's still...
It's the perfect version in terms of like the formula. Perfect sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And Gold and Silver specifically, that
Yeah.
it probably did the sequel better than anything I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
that is...
It
Not without
is
problems,
sequel.
but that you go back to our episode on Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah. But that I don't know. Like if they didn't implement the things that they did in that game, Pokemon would have gone stale by Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
They would have released Ruby and Sapphire, it probably wouldn't have sold well, and they would have given up. But because they did the things that they did with Gold and Silver and made it as good as it was, I think that kept people going, even though it sucks now.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I really think Black and White 1 and 2 are the best.
I can't tell if he's trolling
I'm definitely trolling you.
because I had to go back and actually.
Johnny's all,
like
why are you
those.
talking about my number 2 like that?
Oh my God!
1, 2.
No, my number 2.
Oh, roll it.
I love this game so much that I can't play it anymore.
Is it
World
Donkey
of
Kong?
Warcraft.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a big
I
one.
thought it was gonna be Donkey Kong.
That game
Fistful of
almost was
quarters.
number 1. This was almost number 1 for me.
Christian
this
loved that
game,
game
I
too.
love WoW.
WoW is by far, and that's what I was gonna say. I'm boomeranging.
Hey,
It's coming all the way back from 30 minutes ago.
Hey!
What?
You can get back into it.
No,
Battle
I'm not,
for
I will
Azeroth.
never do it ever
Battle
again.
for Azeroth.
I cannot play that game. I'll
Let's
lose
go.
it.
You know
Dude,
what's funny
I don't
is-
want to get a divorce.
Oh my god.
I don't want. I
Oh
don't
my
want to.
God.
I'm just being honest. I will end up getting a divorce. I'll end up like whole life will shut down.
Everything
Wow.
you're saying too is like things I've heard from other WoW players.
Yeah, that's the
I know.
thing. That's the thing. It's like Johnny isn't even like an addict. He's just an average WoW player.
Yeah.
I just can't play that game. It's so good. Like, man, I
Good stuff.
I lost so much grades and dude. So I would invite people over to my house. Hey, come and hang out. Yeah, dude. And come over, and they would stare at the back of my head for 4 hours.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Later.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. I
like, Nick, how many times did that happen to you?
Yeah, but I mean, it got to the point where I had to get a laptop and get it myself. So
Yeah,
it's
like-
Or a
like-
laptop and just send them an IM to talk to them.
oh my god.
Man. But yeah, man. Up until Wrath of the Lich King, I'd say
Yeah.
was just prime. I mean, just so good.
I played on and off, but the last I played was Pandas.
Yeah, that was me too.
Oh, okay.
Pandas was super
The
fun.
one thing about that game is I talked to very few people that haven't given it a shot. I feel like everyone's played that game,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Nick hasn't. I don't
You
think
haven't,
you've
huh?
never played it.
I definitely played the like level 1 area
Yeah.
one time, but I didn't know. I just never
It's not your
got
type
into
of
it. It
game,
didn't
yeah.
look like
it's got to hit at a right time in your life. It's
like
got
I
to
mean,
hit at a
it,
time.
like for my like type of game, like it's almost like Fantasy Star kind of, but like different. But like in that
Phantasy
whole
Star
like
was so good.
MMO,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But like I just never. I guess there was just too much, and like I got.
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
it's tough.
Mathematically,
when you get
you know.
into WoW, somebody really needs to hold your hand.
Yeah.
You know what a lot of
Otherwise,
people,
it's not going to stick.
Sure.
well, you know what a
Yeah.
lot of people getting into WoW is? It's being left out. Like if you have a group of friends playing WoW and it's taking up that much of their time, it's like, well, shit, I got to
It's
play
like, I
WoW
guess I got to
too.
play. Yeah,
I have to play
absolutely.
too, right?
That was elementary school for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people's situation was that with WoW, and that's I mean
Yeah.
to me that's why it got millions and
And
millions.
I played
of
Warcraft
players.
3 a lot.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
helped too.
Definitely, yeah. Like I cared about the world that I was playing in, and then I got
Right.
the game at
It felt
launch.
cool. You got to
Yeah.
see like a new aspect of everything.
Over its lifetime. How many unique players do you think it's had?
I don't know.
unique.
Yeah,
Like new,
like a
yeah.
billion. Like,
I'd
what's the number
say-
you think?
I don't
100 million, 500 million.
I'd say 100 million.
100 million. What is like?
Yeah.
Because
the-
they were the most.
I think at the
subbed,
top
right?
they were like 60 million active users. So unique, I'd say at least 100 million.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot of people.
That's
Like the
insane.
whole, imagine like the whole U.S. just like playing World of Warcraft.
Good lord.
President.
yeah. God.
He's
Can
not
someone go on a raid with me
yeah,
today?
He's not doing much better things this
I
time.
gotta go train my Night Elf Warrior, frankly.
Oh my
Listen,
Wow.
I will raid with you later. Okay.
All right, enough. But yeah, so
I will fix it.
The Battle of Azeroth.
I will fix it.
Battle of Azeroth. Let's get it. Let's
No,
play together.
No, I can't.
Dude.
I have a new
Come
ball
on,
and
bro.
chain.
He went to rehab. He's out. Like,
I
what
have
are
a
you
new
doing?
ball and chain.
How about this?
Enabler.
How about this? If it comes out on console, we're playing.
Yeah,
No,
right.
It's not happening.
Woman,
That's
that
the
will
rumor.
never
That's
happen.
the rumor.
I'm
You're
gonna be
tripping.
honest.
It's been rumored for like
I
months
dabble.
now.
Is there a game
Yeah.
like Diablo is on console?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
But they
it's
make
coming
it
out
hella
next.
simplified, right?
They
No,
will.
they can do
easily
it.
do that
They
for a
can
while.
easily do it.
That's been rumored for a while now.
They want a little extra bucks. Then, yeah.
Hey, you
I-
want the
They'll
extra bucks?
WoW needs it. WoW needs a
Really?
new life to be pushed through it.
I look.
crazy.
I dabble in a little Overwatch, but I'm gonna be honest. I can't play Blizzard games. I can't. I love them too
Overwatch?
much. I'll lose life
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
I will lose life to it. Like I have not
okay,
as a like serious cautionary tale. Mathematically, those games are perfect.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
very well
they've
They're
really
amazing.
cracked it down to like get my brain so hooked on something that I just dopamine. I can't control it. I can't.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Dope.
It is true. There's very like, what's the worst game they put out?
What's that dwarves game? There's a dwarves
Oh, on the Game Boy?
game.
Yeah, I
on
remember
the
that.
Game Boy.
You know what? They've got some weird
They have a
titles.
Game Boy game?
They've
Yeah.
got some weird
Interesting.
titles. Get this. So I have the Super Nintendo Classic, and I downloaded just a massive amount of ROMs.
Oh yeah, because
so
it
you
works as an emulator.
Because you could use it works in emulator,
That's
right?
so sick.
So I downloaded a massive amount of games, and there's just like Justice League fighting game, right? And it's like has some like it has like Street Fighter style inputs. It's kind of a bad game, but it has like some special moves and Street Fighter
Yeah.
inputs, and has like a cool roster. Dude, I started it up just to see what it's about. You and my friends are just shifting through the library.
Don't tell me it says Blizzard.
It's made by Blizzard.
Whoa.
It's a
What?
Justice League fighting game on
Oh,
Super
yeah, I
Nintendo.
remember
that
that.
was
Wait,
made
are
by
those
Blizzard.
free, or do you have to pay for the emulators?
No,
Well,
they're
I
free.
mean,
Have you
I
never
mean,
emulated
yeah.
something?
Well, no, I have. I use Project
people
Dolphin,
made
but like
them
on the
right.
actual.
Yeah, no, so you
console.
just hack it. And
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, you hook it
my
up
bad.
right up to your computer, and
Yeah.
you legally get the games you already own in digital form.
Oh,
legally-
okay, dope. Yeah,
So-
no, I got you.
Yeah.
Winky wink.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
That's crazy.
that's insane. I had no idea.
Yeah, that was. But that made me. I haven't looked up their long list. But anyway,
I'm curious to see their long list.
I was gonna say of the big titles, like what's the worst? Like you couldn't even pick one out, right?
People didn't really like Diablo 3, but I loved it.
I mean, that
good.
game was
Their
not a
games are
bad
well
game.
made.
Exactly. It was
not a
so
Diablo
bad
2
game.
is
It's a
the best
fucking
Diablo,
good game.
though, dude.
That was a
I'm
really
being
fucking
real.
good game.
Diablo 2 is the best Diablo by far.
But that's not what we're saying. We're not arguing. Hey, but we'll argue. Diablo 3 is better.
But I had Diablo,
order.
I had Diablo 3 on the PS4, and that was like I had a bunch of friends and we just sat on the
It was
couch,
so
drank
fun.
beers, and did hours in that game. Like that was a
Yeah.
great game.
I know. And people didn't like it because they're
People are.
cavemen.
Too much
Cavemen.
grinding. I
Alright.
guess that would be the.
Are we
All
on?
right.
Are we on to ones?
We're on a number one.
I'm going.
Drum roll.
I'm going red hot mode, baby.
Let's go. Turn the headset
Here
on.
it comes.
There it is.
Flashing red.
Nobody can see this, but Nick is wearing the Mega Man headset
and
from
it's flashing.
from a few episodes ago, and it is flashing.
It's hot right now.
All right, number one.
Number
on
one
Nick's
game.
list.
To me, Halo 2.
I knew it. I knew
Hands
it.
down.
I knew it.
Everything, the glitches, the campaign, the beginning of MLG, like this was
Yeah.
on Spike TV on television.
Yep.
This was one of like the first like popular
See,
esports games.
I wasn't
like,
around for Halo 2, but Halo 3 almost made my list.
Yeah,
because
Halo
oh my,
2's fu-
those
3 too.
those are some good times on Xbox
That
Live.
was the
Yeah.
first time I had seen and really been blown away by online games.
yeah, that was it.
When
And
I saw
so
Halo,
solid.
when I
It
saw
was
Halo
crazy.
2 online on somebody's couch,
Yeah.
I shit bricks and had to go get one for Christmas.
Yeah.
It was so smooth, like everything was
the,
good.
the
Yeah.
first time you put that headset on and somebody calls you the N word for no reason, it's just
It's like a little 5-year-old kid.
Oh,
No, for real.
That's
that
so
was
true, though.
Xbox
That's
Live.
That
That was
is
Xbox Live in a
real.
nutshell.
I can remember some of the most foul things that I've ever heard in
on
my
Halo
entire
2,
life.
hands down.
Hey, anybody in here got a mic? And they just start ripping you. Why
like-
are you yelling at me?
Hey, yo, any of you got a mic?
That little kid. And someone's like, "Shut up, bitch." In the background.
you could literally. I think you could still look up like Halo 2 compilations of stuff like that, of like situations just
oh my
like that.
Halo 2 had voice masking.
It did.
Oh my god, you could hide your voice
I
from
forgot
people.
about that.
did.
you would sound like this, and like hella drowned out. And you would roast whoever had
That's
it.
legendary.
One guy would say one word, and then everyone would be like, "Oh, you have voice masking on," and they just start going in on it.
It,
But,
it was funny because you have to think about like the mind that they had putting that in, like, oh, you know, like it
Yeah,
might
censorship.
be bad to have someone's voice in here. Like they might trace their voice like hella primitive, like not
Yeah, I know,
understanding.
right?
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it might be dangerous, like privacy. We have to put this on, like this is gonna do anything. Like,
Man.
But the campaign was amazing. They had a cool like Easter eggs in the campaign. They had
See, I
the
feel
skulls.
like oh yeah, real good. I feel like I mean, Halo 1 is good. Halo 1 is legendary. It's good.
Yeah, of
But
course,
Halo
it's Halo.
2, Halo
Great
2
sequel.
amazing sequel.
One originally-
I'll say just like I did with Pokemon Gold and Silver. The changes that they made and what they did with that sequel is why they're able to make Halo
Right.
7, 8, and 9.
I know, and more
Honestly.
companies should learn from that.
my favorite weapon.
MLG, like
my
Movies
favorite-
too,
my
like make
favorite-
a good sequel, improve around, keep the original formula, but just make the little improvements to make it.
dual wielding. You know.
You know, yeah, dude.
That's all it took though. Like when
I
you
know.
see it, like that's all it took. And it
Nah,
was
that
crazy.
first campaign demo is what
That was
it was
unbelievable.
insane.
My favorite weapon in that game is like the stand in that game, or the like the go-to, the battle BR.
Oh, battle rifle, double
Yeah.
shot, BXR, all that.
Yeah, dude.
The tech. There was tech in that
if
game.
you,
was
if
tech.
you were good, you killed in 4 shots. I remember that still.
And the custom games.
Yep.
You would get online random lobbies. You'd play zombies with
Yeah,
like,
that
with
was
a bunch of
crazy.
six,
Because they didn't do that in 3.
No, no.
And
so
we
okay,
missed.
here's the
They
thing.
did.
I was
They
gonna
did.
say.
No,
They didn't do
No.
random custom games like
I
that.
was gonna
Well,
say.
you would have to. Someone would message you, be like, "Oh, I'm doing a zombies
Exactly.
lobby." Yeah.
But in
okay.
2, it had random custom games.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Right?
as a quick.
That's
I think
crazy.
so.
I was gonna say as a quick mention. It's important to note that that whole Forge and custom game thing in
Oh my
3
gosh,
was
dude.
maybe one of the most revolutionary things.
Oh,
ever.
It was
Dude,
insane.
amazing.
It was
Nick,
amazing.
Chris, and Julian would play that for hours. I would come home
Yeah.
every day and see you guys.
Because we
in-
would
It was
always find a new game.
insane.
Like we started
I
with
saw on the
zombies.
forums.
We started with zombies. Then there was one. It was like forts, and you try to take down someone's fort. You like try to breed. Like you're in a castle, and everyone has
It-
a flag.
it was
and you
like-
got to get in the castle, and it's hard as hell. Like they literally have a sniper tower and like turrets
Because
everywhere.
the
Good
depth,
game.
the depth that they put into that, it was like the Warcraft 3 custom
yeah,
games.
Yeah,
It was
there
like,
was there was another one we did. It was called Matador, and you're in a stadium, and one person would get into that. I forget what vehicle.
sick.
It looks like a pod racer from Star Wars. It's
Okay,
this
yeah,
big,
yeah.
Now
like-
this is pod racing.
but it's this big engine in the front. It was this big engine in the front. And
Yeah,
I forget what vehicle it is. Anyway,
But
one
Halo-
person was in that, and everyone else were the Matadors, and one person was the bull. and
Oh
you would
my
just get slowly
God.
eliminated.
That's
But
so
it
good.
was so good.
See, it's stuff like that.
But Halo 2's custom games were like really raw. People had to use their imaginations.
Yeah.
And like the honor system, like a bunch of random people online.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It would be
Yeah.
it was
Crazy.
amazing. And like you could spend time like glitching.
Yeah.
Like I used to go on this forum website called High Impact Halo, and people would be posting these new glitches or like secret stuff they found in the map. Like the rocket sword canceling to fly across the map.
Right.
All like new super bounce locations. And it was just so deep, like community wise, like that. And and you know, it was just that like adolescence time, and like
Yeah.
everyone had it. It was like the first
It was
like
the,
Xbox.
it was
game
the
I had.
timing. It was the like how revolutionary it was.
Yeah.
The community. It was everything. Like that game had every perfect little piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, Halo 2's.
And-
I was in a clan.
And
like,
it sucks because like I mean it doesn't suck, but it's like because I didn't have an Xbox and I came in with Halo 3, and it was almost as good, but not as good because I used to watch you play at your
Yeah,
house,
Halo
and it was
2.
just it was insane. It was absolutely insane.
yeah, I could talk about that forever, but
Yeah.
we got other.
All right, so
Oh, I was just saying I'm going off of red hot mode now.
oh okay for
'Cause
sure.
Halo 2's over.
My number one, and this was a tough one to put at number one because I already talked about my favorite. But probably one of the best games I've ever played, if not number one, is Breath of the Wild.
wow.
Fire. I mean,
I have it with me right now.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong
So
with
good.
it.
You're into it that much, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Here's the
Amazing.
thing, like it's just like one of my favorite like kinds of games. I love like all those like Bethesda games. And this game made those games unplayable to me. I can't look at Elder Scrolls or Fallout anymore. Like Breath of the Wild was just perfect.
That's fair.
And it took what I loved. It took a franchise that I loved, everything I loved about it, all the characters, all the places, all like everything, and reinvented it into like one of my favorite genres, into an incredible story, an incredible game.
You know
And-
something that made it for a lot of people that I just remembered? What was the gap like from the last Zelda to that one? Was that not the longest in its
Yeah.
history?
Skyward Sword?
Skyward Sword, which was on the Wii.
So that's got to be the biggest gap in Zelda history.
I
game
think
is
so.
And that
not
was
gonna age well
literally
either.
like that had to have
'Cause it-
just gotten fans' hearts pumping.
Yeah, because
you know
this
what I
game
mean?
was in production the entire Wii U lifespan.
right.
Which is insane.
That's incredible to think about too, and it ended up coming out for their
for both.
for Swi-
Which I
yeah.
made here's the thing that I'm upset about with Breath of the Wild, and I'm very, very upset about it. I made a bet with this guy over here, Nick Carp, and I said,
Quit making bets. Just
and no,
do yourself a favor.
no. Listen. I made a bet with this guy, and I said Breath of the Wild is going to be on both the Wii U and the next Nintendo console. And Nick said, "There's no way. It's just going to be on the Wii U." And I said, "I will bet you a copy of the game that's going to be on both." And we made this fucking bet. But here's the thing: it was on like 2 years into the Wii U's life cycle, so it was a long time ago.
yeah.
We made this bet, and I just recently remembered about this, and I never got my Breath of the Wild from Nick, so I'm waiting.
Damn, and he already has it. You got to buy him again.
I'll take a digital
I'll buy
copy.
you the director's
Buy the
cut.
Wii U version.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Can you
want the Wii U
imagine?
version? Damn, I
Oh,
forgot
well, all
about
right.
that.
So here's just how much I like this game. I got it on the Wii U. I did not buy it on the Switch, right? Because I told myself I'm not going to buy a $300 console for one game. That's idiotic, right? I get it on launch night. I get it at midnight after work. My little brother comes home. He got a Switch and Breath of the Wild on his Switch. And I'm like, wow, the Switch is actually pretty cool, but I'm so glad I didn't get it. I played Breath of the Wild for 2 days, and I said, I love this game so much, I need to take it on the go with me everywhere I go. So I went and bought a Switch.
That's a good game to have on the go, though.
Hell yeah.
But the problem
It's
is
a good ass.
that thing don't live for very
Such
long.
a good game.
Oh, the battery
It's long
life?
enough.
The
Not
battery
on
life?
Zelda, the battery life is
It's like
twice as
3 hours.
small.
It's like 3 to 4 hours. I mean,
Do you really play consecutive that long without a charger?
doesn't-
Without a charger
No,
near
that's
you?
like full charge, just perfect example. Like
Mm-hmm.
that game burns that battery.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like 2.5 hours. for me, dude.
Yeah,
I was
but-
just on vacation 3 days ago, and
But it's like,
I'd
how are
wipe
you?
out
Are
pretty
you
quick.
really like in this day and age? Are you
talking about?
are you away from a charger for that long?
That's true.
No way.
I've never had a single issue. I don't think my Switch has ever even died. I take it
That's-
everywhere with
That's
me.
fair statement.
Mine's died because that I've abandoned it for like a week or two at one
Yeah,
time.
like I take it everywhere with me, and I don't have a car charger or anything. The chargers are everywhere. It's a
Yeah.
USB-C.
Yeah,
But
that's not a big
that
issue.
that game is just perfection to me. And to my like Bethesda comment, it's like when you get a new Bethesda game like Skyrim, Fallout, anything like that, you open it up for the first time, and it's fucking riddled with bugs. Mm-hmm. There's tons of issues
Well,
with
that's
the game.
Bethesda, dude. I've gotten stuck
Yeah.
in so many other elevators. It's not even funny.
And but Nintendo comes out with this game, probably not as big as like Skyrim but it's huge. It's fucking huge, and no bugs to be found. It runs flawlessly. Like it's just
Yeah.
it did the genre
Oh,
what
God.
it needed to do.
10 years, it better not have bugs, dude.
seriously.
It's
but
hella
well,
deep.
that's the thing, and that was I think it was Miyamoto again. One of his comments when it came to like how games are now with day one patches. Every game has a day one patch. He says he was like, "What's the point of releasing a game and having to patch it later? It's always going to be looked at as a flawed game that had to be fixed." He like his thing when he's like overseeing a game is like it needs to be released day one.
This was Miyamoto?
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. It was a higher up at Nintendo.
Yeah.
But he's like, he's like, I won't let something leave this studio unless it's flawless. And I love that because I'm so tired of these games like getting released
Did
and
patch
it's like,
it later though.
yeah, but it was still playable and it was fine.
That's true.
They just fixed the spots where it was like a little like slow.
Such a
Right.
good game, dude. You got me thinking about it.
I know,
Glad
it's
brought it
amazing.
with me.
I've already beat it twice. I might
Huge
play it
replay
again.
value.
You know, something I wish was in it is
Temples.
I don't-
Temples.
That's
Well,
what
that
I
one,
need.
yeah.
That's it. That's all it needs.
It would have been a super masterpiece.
Oh,
if there
yeah.
were temples.
Oh
That
my
was
God,
like
I
one
know.
of the hottest takes today.
and they
'cause that's so
better do
true.
that with
Yeah.
the next one.
They have to. I really hope so.
It's
But
gotta be a direct
What
sequel.
were you gonna say?
I wish it was a little more free in terms of making my character look the way I want. Because when the end game hits, I'm forced to wear the same thing as everyone else. That's my only problem.
Yes and no. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's my only problem.
Sure.
But you know, I can't complain about every single other thing.
Yeah, because
You know?
I mean, still in every other Zelda game, you're stuck with a green skirt, and that's it. That's your
right,
option.
right. Yeah, it
So
definitely could
it was
be
a huge
worse.
improvement. But all right, what's your number one?
Star Fox 64.
Whoa!
I did not expect that.
Okay.
Yeah.
From fighting games to Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings.
So
Why?
it does a lot of
No,
things.
look at me. Why?
It does a
Yeah.
lot.
So you get
It's a
free
rail
studio
shooter,
time at
like-
Bob's. That's
Dude,
the only reason.
my! Hey!
That's the only
Hey.
reason why.
So,
We all knew what that
yeah,
meant,
you
and
get
I
the high
love that.
score,
You
right?
get the highest score, and he gives you a free day of recording time.
but you know
Yep.
what's funny? He cheated, dog.
Yeah, he did.
I looked up. That's like a world record perfect.
Oh,
He's a cheater.
and I did Mega Man at his studio, and I remember he got mad at me because I cheated through the Yellow Devil phase. At
Well,
the end of the
anyway.
game, and he
I'm
got mad at
tagging
me
him in
over that.
this when we release it.
Yeah,
I'm tagging him.
I think so too.
I'm tagging him,
I
and
agree.
I want him to prove. I want him to do it live, just like we watched on that Donkey Kong movie.
Yeah,
I want him to do his high score live.
that movie was great.
Anyway, tell us why you like the game.
So, I was huge fan of the railgun shooters.
Like Time Crisis?
no,
Like,
no,
or
no.
like-
Umbrella
okay.
Chronicles.
Raiden, 1943. These are arcade titles. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know these titles.
I do know.
Yeah,
that
the
one.
Okay.
like
Yeah.
over the top
Yeah.
plane. Yeah, yeah.
This
Yeah,
was
that was
that
sick.
in 3D.
Yeah.
And
That
I didn't
game
really
was good.
I didn't really know what I was
Game
getting
was
when I
good.
got it, but honestly, it did a ton with what the N64. First off, the N64 is my favorite console.
Mm-hmm.
Second, this game did so much with what it was given,
Right.
hardware, software wise. I love all the characters.
The
like
story was
it's just
good. Like the secret endings and stuff.
dude,
It's crazy.
It's just so like just cut and dry, like basic,
Mm-hmm.
story. Like, oh, I have to go trace down my father's killer,
Yeah.
right? And this guy's taking over the galaxy. But it was like, it was so perfectly done. They give you a
Mm-hmm.
different world. They give you like a sick rival, the Wolf Squad, and it's
Yep.
literally like your squad. Dude, there's just so much to say with this game. I love it so much. I've gone through. I don't know if you know about the medals.
no.
So there's a certain score ceiling on each world
Mm-hmm.
that if you hit it, you get a medal on this thing. I've played
Okay.
it so much that I've gotten all the medals on the N64. I've gotten all the medals on the 3DS remake,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh
and they have like so when you kill through the game,
Mm-hmm.
if you kill through it on the hard mode, that's another thing. The different routes that you take.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was real ahead of its time. There wasn't too many games doing that. A
Right.
lot of games later on did that whole like the easy path, the hard path,
Yeah.
the medium path,
Yeah.
and you could stray off depending what happens. But
I like that it didn't tell you though. You're just like you
had to
ended
know.
up there and you're like, wow,
Well,
this is
and-
hard.
And to get to the certain ones, you had to know something. Like Falco was chasing down a certain enemy, and you had
And
to
you go
steal
to
it
the
from him.
waterfall or
And then
whatever.
he'll be like, "Oh, yo, I got a spot." You know, he carries
Yeah.
you through. It also kind of carries over into Smash. Like I just love Star Fox so much more, just because I always played Fox.
You
in
play
Smash.
Fox, yeah.
That happens a lot for people. It's like why Fire Emblem is popular. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But yeah, that game's huge. Oh, well, and if you clear it through on hard,
Mm-hmm.
they give you a whole expert mode. That's even
I
harder.
I never knew this. I've never heard of this.
When you play through it on expert mode, it's Fox's dad. You play. He's
What?
wearing the sun. It's still Fox. He says all
Yeah.
the same things, but he's wearing the glasses through the story mode.
That's so sick.
There's so much like that type of stuff.
That's
which
so sick.
I
is
didn't.
it like is it a different voice actor or is it just Fox?
no, it's the same.
Oh,
just
he's just wearing sunglasses. So it's like more of an
sunglasses.
Easter egg kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's you know it's the best. Every one of those games has been junk too. Like there hasn't been a really
Yeah, there
good
hasn't
one
been a good
since
one.
64, and it's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would say it's a bummer, but I've always loved railgun shooters. I love piloting games too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played
Ace Combat.
Xenon
I played the
Mom.
Ace Combat games. Dude, I bought
So good.
unfortunately I bought Battlefront 2 and I hated the game and I literally just played the piloting for like hours. I was like
fun.
I was like super high rank on just the piloting. That's all I
That's
did.
amazing.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's a huge thing for me. I love that.
Right.
But there it is, number
There
one.
it is.
baby.
Solid.
Johnny? All right,
Now.
Johnny, you got big shoes to fill. You got Breath of the Wild, you got Star Fox 64, you got Halo 2.
Well,
Please,
it's not gonna be a surprise, and we did.
We know what it is. I know what it is.
it's another Pokemon game, isn't it?
Well, I'm just gonna say since I'm gonna end up, I only put this one because I'm pretty sure I did not put this in correct order, like whatever. But like I'm just pulling one out because of lasting effect, and we're about to play through it again. Pokemon Red and Blue. I mean, just
Oh.
and lasting effect. that
Come
game-
on.
Nah, man, I'm still gonna. That's just.
Come
That game's
on.
I mean, it for its time when it came out, it was insanely
Yeah.
popular. Everyone loved it. It was new, fresh. Like I understand that, and it's a sentimental list. So
I think if you did a top 5 game list the day, or like let's say a month after Pokemon Red and Blue came out, and you did a top 5 game list in that time, that'd probably be number 1 on everyone's list.
Yeah.
Dog. Like think about it.
That's not what I'm saying.
But
I'm
I'm
just-
What are you
look,
saying?
Well,
Oh, shit.
honestly, I had to retcon it because I want to just say the Pokemon franchise because I'm gonna be buying those games probably for the rest of my life.
that's a difficult one to
I
cherry
guess.
pick.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say for
I
lasting
guess.
effect, and because we're about to play through it again on the Switch.
We are. We all are. We are
Yeah.
all going to get it.
is it? Oh, it's a remake of Red and Blue.
Yellow.
Yellow.
I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
playing
Yellow.
through Kanto. I just think it's going to be extremely.
I mean,
It's going to be a
might
good
love it.
game.
We'll
Hardcore,
say
for
it's-
hardcore fans only.
yeah, it's not the next full game, but
Yeah.
it's like a filler.
Yeah, it'll
to
be fun.
satisfy you.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
It's a cash grab.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
Well, there it is, everybody. There's our top 5.
yeah.
We're going to take it a little step further, though. We're going to talk some of our runner-ups.
Just want me to?
Who
You
wants
want me
go
to start
first?
again?
You go first.
I'll start
Yeah,
again.
keep
Do you want me to say multiple?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
not go too deep
Bang
into
out your
these.
list.
Yeah.
Talk
okay,
about the
so-
ones we want to talk about.
Yeah, so my multiple. So this is the one. Rocket League is one for me.
Oh,
I literally,
nice.
I've probably
Nice.
spent over $100 on that game, and like
$100?
Yeah,
Are you-
through the first time I bought the game.
Are you still playing it?
Yeah, I play it all the time.
Okay.
I'm-
I have
'cause, like,
friends that
if
are
I've-
serious. They're like Diamond League and stuff, and they're
See,
super
I
into
can't
Wanna
it.
get
get it
there.
on
I get the
Switch?
platinum, but
Well,
I can't-
are you playing with a squad or just you?
just me and some
Okay.
homies sometimes.
Yeah. If it's solo queue, that's hard. as
Cause
fuck.
like I got a good handle of the game, that's why I like it. But so I got a couple others. So I had Skate 3
Okay.
on there, and I have
Over
Half-Life
2?
2.
over Skate
yeah.
3 over 2.
Skate 2 is good. And then I had Half-Life 2, and then I
Yep.
had Metroid Fusion.
Nice. Those are all good.
Yeah.
Solid.
Those are all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid list.
Johnny, I want to hear some of yours.
Yeah. The rest of the Pokemon
Honorable
franchise.
mention.
Final Fantasy X.
Good
Definitely.
one.
Okay.
That's a good one. That should have been number 1.
I was gonna
Polo
put a whole
one.
bunch of Final Fantasy games on there, but you know, Final Fantasy X and I don't
Final
know.
Fantasy 7?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't. So here's the thing: I played that game a lot as a kid. I never finished it though.
Me neither. It's really
Never
hard.
finished
I
it.
Where'd you get stuck?
I got stuck like when you had to go after Eris dies. When you have to like go.
Oh,
to
Final
that-
Fantasy 7.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about 10.
Oh, 10? No, I beat 10.
No, I
I
never beat 10.
love 10. I
Never
love
beat it.
10, but I'm also, I like Twilight. So what can I say?
Out of
God,
all the
every episode.
Hey, I watched some vampire stuff. Too.
every
See the Vampire Diaries?
episode.
Hey, that's
a good show.
You know what
That's a
I mean?
good show.
I agree. I mean, I'm not just like,
Never seen Twilight though.
I
I
wish
mean-
I wish we were like a top 5 podcast in the world, so people could wear Johnny Likes Twilight shirts or something.
No,
It'd be like
okay,
a meme.
we'll get
And
there.
This is what
We'll get
this is
there.
what I'm saying is like I don't like Twilight, but since we've mentioned it so many times, I'm actually like it's like reverse psychology now. I'm like I actually love Twilight.
Oh my
I actually-
God.
All right, all right.
Nick, let's hear some of your
Alright,
runner-ups.
dude.
I'm done with Twilight.
Super Metroid,
Nice.
Hey, okay.
There you go.
Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
for
that
sure.
was gonna be on my list.
and
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Nice. I hate Final Fantasy VIII.
I love it.
That was like my least
I
favorite.
love it. It had my favorite characters, and I liked the summoning system a lot
Summoning
more.
system was garbage.
Lots
It
of
was,
love.
I
Where you
loved
just
it.
find or
Isn't
you,
that
you
love
draw
story?
It was like a Pokemon. You had to pair it with a person. You had like a trainer.
Yeah.
Isn't
It
that
was
love
sick.
story worse
Not
than
cool.
10?
They're all terrible. They're all
10's
not
great.
good. They're
10
all
is
not
wonderful.
good.
10 is great. I can explain to you in
They
detail.
don't
We should-
exist.
we
That's
should
10.
do a
None of
whole-
them exist.
What,
not
what are you
true.
saying?
Oh,
What
really?
doesn't exist?
They're all like dream matter, aren't they? In 10, they don't
No.
exist.
What?
No.
No.
Really?
What?
That's crazy.
No.
What are you saying?
The end of
Spoilers.
10. Explain to me the end of 10.
I never
Spoiler.
finished it.
They're not real, dog.
No, Tidus
What?
is not. He's a dream of the faith. The faith are like these beings.
I've listened to people explain the ending. This is the first
he was
time I've
created
ever heard
to.
this.
He was created to save the world, basically.
Yeah.
He's a dream of the faith to go into the future to help them defeat sin, because every 10 years they have to defeat
Right.
sin and then do the calm. And
He
all
don't
that.
exist.
And the thing is that it was like he was like a time bomb because the final Aeon is whoever's got the closest connection to the summoner, and so she fell in love with him, and then he becomes the thing. And
But
like,
Jekt is real, correct?
Jekt was the last final Aeon, which is his father.
Yeah.
It's super convoluted. Square Enix isn't good at plot, dude.
They're not good.
But I love it. I don't
Not
care.
good.
It's junk food.
Yeah.
Like
Summoning
Twilight.
system in 8. Not good.
I
Not
liked it.
good.
I liked it.
My runner-ups, I've only got 2. I said them both during this episode. Devil May Cry 3, amazing game.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic
Okay.
game. Incredible game.
Yeah.
Best game. And Phantasy Star Online.
Oh,
Just-
Universe?
No, online.
Online,
The
okay.
GameCube one, Dreamcast one. Just because I played it a ton as a kid. Super fun.
Okay.
Like my first taste of an MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
I
really,
love
really cool
Universe.
setting.
Super
I
Mario
liked it.
64 definitely.
I'm
runner-up.
surprised that wasn't on anybody's
You know what?
list.
Yeah.
I
It's up there.
it's
Or
definitely
Sunshine,
up
low-key.
there, but it was more.
Sunshine's good.
Yeah, no Mario games on the list. Anybody's list is
I
pretty
mean,
crazy.
It was more.
But yeah,
of-
no, I'm the same. Like I like Mario games, but I don't like Mario games.
I don't
What does that
love
mean?
love. Like Super Mario World was sick. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you have anything to say, or do you want to move to this next and last segment?
We can move to the last segment.
All right. We're gonna
Worst
talk about
game.
one last thing. These awful games that we love for whatever reason. And I'll start it off because somebody already said mine earlier, and I don't want them to say it again. Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's yours.
That's
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
Worst game
I-
you ever loved, Nick?
So Johnny claims that I
I
have like a
I gotta
passion
think.
for
I
that
don't really
game.
know.
You don't.
I bought it when I was a kid. I was like, "Oh, this could be sick." I was like 13. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fucking, oh, here's a gun."
They
with
gave him a
Sonic."
gun.
Yeah, it might be
Yeah.
cool.
They gave him a gun.
One of the levels, you have to kill the president.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They should re-release it HD now. People would love it and just like actually
because
like,
when I was growing up,
put
I
the
was
toupee on him and everything.
Oh my god.
when I was. You know why you like that
Hmm.
game? Because
Because it was dark
games
and gritty
turn
and
you
maybe
goth.
goth. Yeah.
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 But so
That
like,
game had like a metal soundtrack, and it was
Yeah.
Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog, but goth. Yeah. That's
I
all
think
need.
everyone was the right age for that
So is
game
it
to
just
still
like
sell well.
Like shittily made or?
So
It
no,
feels
it's-
like
so it's
no,
like-
it feels like garbage.
Yeah, so it's like
really
take
bad.
Sonic Adventure and then give it guns and swords and then awful plot and you have to kill the president and that's Shadow the Hedgehog. Crazy like 13 different endings. It's it's an insane.
It actually has
Yeah,
the
I
Star
think
Fox
about it.
format. The whole like
Yeah.
So it has
Yeah,
like it has
exactly.
neutral, chaotic evil, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
good neutral, good evil. Like
yeah,
there
so
was
it
all
has
these,
like a bunch of different
paths.
paths and then you beat one and then if you go back and play the game again and do it a different way, you get a separate ending and all these
The problem was
crazy
is
fucking
it was
things.
hella hard to stay on the correct path. There was these dumb like
Well,
preliminaries
and
you
here's
had
the thing,
to do.
to get the best ending, you had to beat the game 13 times.
Man.
Yeah, you had to beat
Wow.
all to get the true ending. You had to beat all the different endings.
Well, I'm just gonna
13 times.
chime in here because we're on the subject. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the worst game
Amazing
that I
game.
ever loved.
What?
Try to play it as an adult.
I played
is
it like a
it's
month ago.
great.
It's trash.
Dude, I
It
played
is
it.
so
I
bad.
played it on my
You're
road
stupid.
trip last
Stupid.
weekend.
It's
It's
so
nostalgia.
good.
That game
What'd
is
you play it on?
garbage.
You know
I
what?
love it, but it's garbage.
You know
No,
what?
you're
Actually,
stupid.
I
hold on,
love
hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on.
You're
I think I
stupid.
know what he's talking about.
I'll reach across this table right now.
Hold up,
Grab you by your neck.
hold up. I know what he's talking
Slam
about.
you into the
What?
table 50 times.
He's talking about all the levels that aren't Sonic and Shadow. Those kind of.
Yes, that's
Those
what I'm
kinda
saying.
like
No, the
purple
Knuckles
guy?
ones were fun.
They're okay.
They're
There's some
okay.
bad
We
have to
But the
look for
Tails
the
ones
everyone-
weren't
The
fun.
Chow
Yeah.
Garden was cool.
Chow Garden was. I would pay $60
Everyone
for
loved
Chow
that.
Garden.
And you got Sonic Advance just so you could use the Chow Garden
How
on your
come
Game
there
Boy.
hasn't been a Chow Garden app yet?
I don't know.
Right?
That'd be huge.
That would be massive.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Anybody
game.
else? Bad games that you
I
love?
can't think of one right now.
Oh, I got a couple.
They're
I would,
out there.
I would
You could
play
oh.
a ton of Dynasty Warriors games.
Oh yeah,
And
those are bad games.
trash, dog.
3 and 4.
Like
were
as a
my-
kid,
oh I loved them.
you just liked visual orgasms.
Yeah, it's
right?
just like I have a giant sword.
yeah.
It was just
but
like
now,
that. Like
you're just mashing one button
it's like
for 3
it's like that
hours.
meme that's going around. It's like a kid with a big stick. Like you've seen that meme going around lately. No, they'll put it. It's like they'll get like a little still from a manga, and it's like a guy with a sword. It's like me. And on the sword says like a big stick that I just found, and it's just like that's the Dynasty Warriors thing. You're just a kid with a big stick and you're
It
just
is.
swinging it, killing like.
It's very like that.
That's exactly what it feels like.
And then I also have on the list.
I can't believe that franchise is like strong with like
Did you ever
Zelda.
play the Gundam one?
Yeah, I did. No,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't
that
good.
but that like revived them because now they're doing Zelda, they're doing Fire Emblem, One Piece. They're
Yep.
coming out with One Piece Warriors.
That's. I don't know how it's still
insane.
selling, man. Visual orgasms. That's all,
That's all
it is. So I have this one on here. This is a terrible game, but I was super into fighting games. So and I
You
didn't-
were?
it
I
was-
had no idea.
So at the time, I was young into fight. Like I liked fighting games, and I always did, but like I didn't know fighting
Yeah.
games, right? So I bought this game thinking it was sick, and I played the hell
Blood-
out of
Bloody
it. and I
Roar?
love it. No,
Guilty Gear.
Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Oh, come on, man.
That is one of the biggest steaming piles of garbage you'll ever touch.
Was Bloody Roar the one where you turn into animals?
turned into
Yeah,
On
that game was
GameCube?
sick. Don't say that's a bad game. That
It
game
was
was
no, it was a
great.
bad game that you love.
Yeah.
It was a bad.
And then
game
as a
that you
little
love.
side note, I put DBZ games because I buy every single one of them, no matter what. And there's some stinkers.
Yeah, there's plenty of those
definitely
games that I
some
love that were
ones.
bad. Man.
I'm trying to think of some more bad games that I
I'm
love.
trying like if we're talking like poorly made, like some of the mechanics in Phantasy Star Universe,
Yeah,
were
stuff like
not
that.
I
Yeah.
like that's a game I love, but it was shitty, and I only played the demo. That was like they reset the server every
Yeah,
30
no,
months.
yeah, it was
30
crazy.
days.
It was crazy
was
because
sick.
it was an MMO, but they gave you a demo of it, and you basically got like the full game, but it resets every 30 days, and we would just keep playing it over and over.
Level 1?
Yeah, no, it was so
What?
fun though, and it had like it was full all the time.
That actually sounds sick.
It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
But like the mechanics, like
yeah,
sucked,
they
I
were not
guess. There was
good.
Crazy ass the machine gun glitch. I still remember that one.
Does anyone got any hidden sleeper hits?
Wario Land games.
Yes,
WarioWare games.
yes, but that's not a sleeper.
WarioWare.
Everybody knows it's good. Okay, if anybody's ever played this game, it's maybe you, and maybe you've heard of it. Gotcha Force on the GameCube.
I haven't touched that.
Oh, you've been looking for that game.
Been looking for
Yeah.
it.
Gotcha Force. What is that?
And it's a Capcom title.
Dude, nobody
It's a Capcom
Fucking
title.
love them.
All right,
nobody
I
mentioned
love
any
Capcom.
Animal Crossing though.
That was like I was thinking about it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
no. The DS one. Nick and I we went
Yeah.
in
Wild
No.
World?
Wild World.
the app
Solid.
store. The app store wouldn't like in modern day apps like probably wouldn't be around if it was that was
God.
the first like app style game like just
Yeah.
daily silly collecting.
Yeah.
You just
so
throw
let me
it
tell you
on.
about Gotcha Force because
Yeah, I wanna hear about it.
So it's a game. You play as a kid that's getting invaded by your world's getting invaded by aliens. The thing about the aliens is they're little bite-sized monsters, and you have your little bite-sized monster, and there's a ton to collect. There's like hundreds in the game. They all play different. There's like robot ones and like
Is
dinosaur
American
ones.
release?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
So you need to play it. There's like ones that are ninjas. They all play different. It's almost like custom robo-ish.
Right.
No. Little Battle LBX on 3DS.
Yeah.
That.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Dude, didn't
But-
I give you
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Have you played it?
But
You didn't play it.
I just started.
But
it.
hold on.
It's sick, dude.
I haven't
It's
tried it
it's
yet.
that, but like without the customization. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Without the customization, but all the options are still there because there's hundreds of characters.
They're just not visual. I
They're
would
just
assume,
not.
Right?
You just can't like mix and match pieces and stuff.
Right.
but there's hundreds of different characters to play as.
Sounds like Metabots.
So you will love it.
Right. That does sound sick. Is it
You
a
will-
rare find?
Yes.
Is it expensive?
Yes. Fuck. It's like $100+.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
So you're
What's that for?
emulating that GameCube.
Okay.
I can emulate
I
that.
got
yeah.
I got a little sleeper, but it's from a huge franchise. I really liked Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty on the Xbox with like Raiden, and I don't know if you guys played.
Yeah, that was. I remember
He was
seeing
like
that.
naked.
It's one of the
That was, like,
considered to be
popular.
one of the greatest games of all time.
2?
Yeah.
Oh
Sons of
wow, I
Liberty.
didn't
Really?
know that.
No,
I thought-
two.
I thought
I don't
Snake
think
Eater's not better?
two. I don't think two.
Or was it?
I think you're thinking Snake Eater. Yeah.
No, not Snake Eater.
I gotta-
No.
or what am I thinking
two.
backwards?
It's Sons of Liberty. Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean,
I remember. Well, what was weird about that game is when that came out, I was like, "Oh, cool, Metal Gear Solid game," and it wasn't Snake. I'm like, "What is?
Right.
What
Yeah,
is this,
right.
man? What is going
Yeah.
on?" Those games are dope. Those are great.
No Resident Evil made anybody's list either.
Resident Evil
Ooh.
4 definitely gets a nod.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
that
Why
gets
wasn't
a
that on
nod.
your list? Oh, there-
That gets a
That is
nod.
by far, yeah. I
how
feel-
does that not make it on your list past
I know.
MLB?
The show.
Well, because like I said in MLB
Yeah,
the
what
show,
the
I am
fuck?
God, and I control the entire league. And
It's
I
another
baseball
Civ game.
god.
It's
I
just
know.
Civ baseball.
Oh my
That's what he
God.
likes.
dude, this guy gets me. Like he totally.
Resident Evil 5.
it.
That's a sleeper hit. Resident Evil 5 is a sleeper hit.
Okay, yeah.
That's a
that makes
bad
sense.
game.
4 is the best, and the 2 remakes about to be probably beat all of them.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
those
It looks
remakes
like
are gonna
4.
be. Yeah, they
It looks
look
I'm
good.
insane.
stoked.
I got one sleeper hit you already know about.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shut up.
Star Wars Episode 3 on Game Boy Advance.
That game's fire.
Oh, and now I
That's
have
like
a super hit.
It's
Which
like
one?
That game is
I'll wait for him to say
hella good.
it's like
dude.
Turtles in Time.
It's like
Ooh,
the,
now you have my
know,
attention.
you
Did
know-
somebody say Turtles in Time?
Yeah, it is, dude.
But so you know
Fire
the,
up the Super
Arcade.
Nintendo.
but you know the
Yeah.
side scroller beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
It's that with
Like
Star
Double
Wars,
Dragon?
and you
Uh-huh.
have
Yeah,
like
dude.
you have like leveling up like a lot skill
Hella
points,
good,
Uh-huh.
dude.
and you have like
good.
force
Oh, so
powers.
it's
Like, you
Star
can-
Wars Castle Crashers.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Star Wars Castle
Ooh.
Crashers.
Exactly.
It's on Game Boy Advance.
Nice.
It's also on
Yeah.
Nintendo DS. If you can find that, it's probably cheap. It's not even.
What
It's a
is it on?
sleeper.
It's on
Episode 3.
You can get on
no,
DS
not
too.
the movie. What console is it on?
Game Boy
Oh,
Advance.
Game Boy Advance
Or
and
DS.
DS.
Can you play with all your friends?
I think so. I don't remember. No, it's just two. I think it's 2-player. I think it's Obi-Wan and Anakin. That's it.
Damn.
You might be able to play it together.
Mace Windu.
I don't know.
To springboard off of Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. was
That's not even a sleeper hit.
What?
That's like a critically
No one said
acclaimed,
anything.
amazing.
That's huge.
Both those
Yeah.
games. I haven't finished
the
2
first
though.
One,
Yeah.
the first.
So
the
good.
2 was sick. 'cause
Those
you
games
could
are
jet
incredible.
more.
Yeah.
Sleeper hits. I'm not thinking of any right now. Tekken Bowling.
Banjo Kazooie.
Tekken
Oh,
who?
well,
Te-
that's
Tekken Bowling.
that was well known.
Yeah,
That gets the nod.
for sure.
Banjo-Kazooie.
I think that's
Love
it.
those
The
stages.
the
man.
list was full of N64 though. That was
it?
like
Yeah.
what I've taken. We had a lot of N64 titles on the list.
I didn't have a single one.
It's just a
surprisingly.
sentimental. You know,
Yeah. No. I mean,
for us.
Yeah, something you said is really sticking with me. The N64 probably is.
for me, it's GameCube. GameCube was the best console of all time.
I battled that one. I battled that one, but because when he said it though, I was like, because I normally feel that way, but
It's hard to say GameCube was the best. Your best of. I mean, you could like it, but like it was standing next to PS2, which is like a
I
tyrant.
loved my GameCube.
PS2 is a tyrant, dude. That
Yeah.
thing owned the market like no other.
Yeah.
I guess.
Nobody has been that. That is Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali of gaming consoles with the PS2. No one has been that
Yeah.
dominant in the
Yeah,
market.
That's
you're
true.
right.
Those
It's only because it was a DVD player.
I don't know if that was why, but
I know.
I liked the blue colored discs. Those
Yeah,
sold
pretty
me.
cool.
I was like, I can get one of these.
Solid.
All right. I think that's it.
Loved it.
I think that's it. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah,
Big
Yeah.
episode.
It was
Great
Big
episode.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us. This is a little bit of a longer one. It was a good one. Thank you, Nick, for
Yes.
showing up.
Yeah, no
Come
problem.
back
I would-
anytime.
I would love to be
Come back
Yeah.
anytime.
Come back.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later, guys. Have a good night.